Good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. The 2026 NFL Draft has concluded, and we have 8 new Titans that are joining the squad. Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate, Auburn defensive end Keldrick Falk, Texas linebacker Anthony Hill Jr., Arkansas guard Fernando Carmona, Penn State running back Nick Singleton, Baylor defensive tackle Jackie Marshall, Indiana center Pat Coogan, and Oklahoma tight end Jaron Kanak. In college football news today, Texas Tech transfer quarterback Brendan Sorsby is taking a leave of absence from the program after checking into a residential treatment program for a gambling addiction, the school announced on Monday. Sorsby's decision came in the wake of the discovery of Sorsby making thousands of online bets on a variety of sports via a gambling app, which jeopardized his eligibility with Texas Tech due to the NCAA's investigation on Sorsby, who forbids athletes from betting on both college and professional sports. For our foundation repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Head on a swivel tonight. We'll talk about it. Potential tornadoes in the area. Looks like 10P to 5A-ish last time I looked, but we'll keep you updated with whatever's going on there. But we are through the NFL draft, and we are ready for your reaction. 615-737-1045. Whatever you want to do with that, however you want to go, whichever direction you want to go, we are here for you. 615-737-1045. Was someone using your headphones and mic
That's what I heard.
condom today?
Did he use my mic? Zach used my mic cover.
Dude,
that is gross.
That's the level that we don't need to be at.
No, we ain't that close.
Yeah, man.
We're teammates, but we ain't that close, dude.
Yeah, see?
Like I feel like I need to spray it down. Oh, look, there's some Lysol spray.
I also now, like when you say we're not that close for you to be able to do that,
Yeah.
now I want to go like through our entire roster and see who you are close enough with.
The family.
It's probably limited to this room
Like,
when you're talking sharing mic condoms.
Yeah, like let's might want to air it out a little bit. It's back behind it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it.
So Buck definitely not.
Fumigate, right?
Buck definitely not on that list.
No.
What?
But Buck would also never do that.
Buck, yeah. As picky as Buck is,
Oh my gosh, he would never.
only thing he's sharing is with cats. If cats use mic condoms, he probably wouldn't even share with Lucas or Bert.
Wait, Babs, you're also on the seat where someone was spitting fingernails and eating birds?
Oh, yeah.
What?
So Lucas.
What are we doing?
So Lucas this morning, or this afternoon, I don't remember what time it was. They were like, saw him. Someone pointed out like him like chewing on his fingernails.
Oh, jeez.
And so Bert said like he'd like pay him if he like ate one of them.
Oh,
If
for
he-
the love of all that is holy.
Bert said that if he found one in there, he would make Lucas eat it. So Bert ripped off one of his own and went in there and was like, "Oh, I found it," and then gave it to Lucas, and Lucas pretended to eat it.
I'm so disgusted by all of
We're
this.
getting wild.
God, y'all got to get your Shiano together.
See, this is why
What's your worst? I bite my nails too.
I hate it.
I
can't
do
stand it.
not.
It's gross.
I'll tell
you ever
LaRon-
see me
I'll
and
tell-
you're like, oh my
I'll be
gosh.
telling LaRon, like, dude, stop biting your nails. Like, I hate it. I mean, I don't.
Do you need some headphones, Clay?
No, I got some.
Oh, those are your new ones?
Yep. I
So-
still got my other ones.
I
So
don't
then-
like that.
So
I
then
do.
what?
But I got a shortage in mine. Remember until I see Kirby and I let him fix it.
Do you want some like
You're
big
gonna
one? I
let
got some
Kirby
like.
fix them?
That's why they were how working a little bit because they had a little white tape on them. Now I'm just rolling.
You
I bought
actually
these
can't
off
wear
Amazon.
headphones yet anyway, so.
That's the reason I went and got these.
There you go.
And when I went bald, when I cut my hair off to get my
This is so strong now. It smells like Lysol.
I didn't mean to. I tried to like air it. Like
Your
spread
hair's
away from
looking
it.
good.
Dog is coming back.
I mean,
Yeah.
But I had a dent.
you had a dent from the sweat the other day.
No, an indentation from my
From your
headphones.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
If
I
you
bet,
go,
I bet you everybody has them.
yeah, like I didn't know it. I'm like, dude, what? Yeah, yeah. If you cut it off, Babs, you'll feel it. But if
I
you
do
stop
have
wearing
one.
them, stop wearing them for a week, and you'll see it raise back up.
Y'all.
I'm telling you, it tripped me out, Babs.
So,
I'm like,
like-
what is this den on my head? Did y'all do this? It was
So
like,
if you
"Oh."
got a chia pet and then you put headphones on it, it would stunt the growth of the
I'm
chia
just
pet?
telling you. Man, I'm telling you, if you go back and look, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you my picture when I first cut my hair off.
Bizarre.
And it's got a big old dent. Now it's coming back up. So now it ain't got the little. I had a roller coaster. I had a Six Waves head. Six Flags head.
Six Flags head.
Yeah, Six Waves.
Six
Six
waves.
Flags. Six Waves.
That's the
Six
amusement park that we're.
Flags.
That's the amusement park that we're going to start.
Yeah.
We're going to tear down Opry Mills and
So
put in
look,
6 waves.
We coming back. But I say all that to say, yeah, man. I went and checked it out today. Shout out to We Grow Hair. I'm telling y'all, man. Hey, boy.
I was hesitant to
see
say
it?
something.
I'm gonna be cold. You can see right here where. So
Where
this
it's
is
coming
still a
It's
little bit
full
of the
right.
scabbing.
It's full right there.
So that's a little bit of
On the
scabbing
front?
with the hair,
Yeah.
and then right down, and I can touch it now. So and I don't have to sleep with my neck pillow.
You're going to have Bama bangs before long.
I can lay down. I can get anything. I can do anything with my hair now. I'm telling you, I might be out here doing all kind of little hairstyles. Is it anything in our contract with certain hairstyles you can't do? Because I'm going to try them.
Now, you might want to look at that ESPN contract, but
Yeah, I'm trying them
might
all,
be a little more
Babsy.
detailed.
I'm trying them. I'm out here, man.
Babsy is here, y'all.
what up?
What up,
Let's
man?
go. That's right. Happy Monday.
Ramon Foster shaking my head, just ruining our little spot.
Right, Ramon?
Yeah, Savage. What y'all got going on, man?
Savage says, I try my best to keep it clean and smelling good in there.
Yeah, you do. You do a great job.
Bring potpourri and everything.
There is potpourri. It's like
Yeah.
orange vanilla or
Yep.
something.
But ain't nothing like vanilla. Vanilla anything is great.
Yeah.
Tell you.
Oh,
And cherry.
I saw some woman today. Guess what she was drinking? Tahitian treat.
She knows something.
Oh, that's
I
old
stopped.
school.
Yeah,
and
she
I
knows
go,
something.
hey,
That is
man.
like pure sugar.
All of it.
I said, man, we used to drink those when I was a kid. And she goes, me too. And I just saw it, so I got it.
Yeah.
Same reason.
That's how it does. If you just hang around long enough,
Yeah.
you can come back into style.
It was at Slim and Huskies.
Oh. Yeah. Definitely over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love Slim Husky.
Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Better be ready, Zephyr. Well, everybody. I know y'all waiting on Monday for us to come in here, me to probably break this seat by playing Car Ain't Got No Roof. It's not what I'm doing today.
Why not?
Because they didn't have the opportunity to get Jeremiah Love.
Oh, yeah.
But
We talked about it on Friday.
We did.
You've had a weekend to think about it, and I'll ask the same question. Had he been there at 4, do they take him?
I think so.
I think so, too.
Yep.
I'm pretty
I don't
convinced
think
in
you
my
can
own
pass
head,
up, yeah.
having talked to no one about it.
Exactly. I'm about to say, we don't know what nobody's board looks like or anything. Who said that we didn't want Tate? But if you go, only reason I'm saying that is if you go offensive weapon in that spot, that means you would have went with the best offensive weapon probably, which is Jeremiah.
You're wearing your Tennessee basketball shirt.
Yes, I am.
What is Juke going to do?
Juke?
Chris Lowe had something to say about that on his Lowdown podcast on Rocky Top Insider.
He gonna juke?
Tennessee's already going to pay around $15 million for this roster.
Right.
After paying about $9 million last year. Talking to somebody in the league, they think that this coming year, that 13, 14, 15, 16 million might be the average of what SEC teams pay for the 26, 27 roster. So I know that sounds like a lot, but when you go and you get the Harrelsons of the world and, you get a Terrence Hill and listen, you never
Pretty
say
strong.
never, but all my intel says that this week that Duke Harris will pull the trigger
Right.
and come to Tennessee. I know his mom is a big fan of the program, big fan of Rick Barnes. Tennessee was right there in it when he went out of high school. In this era, you never say something's a lot because someone can always drop. What about if we pay you $5 or $6 million? And in fact, I think probably to your point that Michigan has probably been in Duke Harris's ear telling him, hey, Amen's coming back. So you might want to rethink that. Well, we know that's not happening now. So I do think, unless there's a big snag or curveball at the end, I think Duke Harris will be a Tennessee ball. And I think we'll probably hear something this week.
How about that?
I like that.
So where do you think that puts Tennessee?
I think it puts Tennessee top
Next
5
season.
in the country.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think
That's big.
Yeah, I don't think the magnitude of what he's going to bring to this squad, everybody outside of it, because of the state that we're in right now, NFL draft, college football, you got NBA play. You know what I mean? There's so much other stuff, and it's so far down the line we deal with right now. I'm just saying, I'm glad CeeLo went on to say it.
Right. You said at least a month ago, like if certain things fell correctly for Tennessee, they would be a top 5 or 6 program going into next season, and they've gotten everyone that they've brought in.
Yeah. Yeah. It was still another big one out there on the limb, but I don't think it's going to fall through no more. But,
really?
But Juke was the other one. I said it was 3. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Juke boy, this young man, 6'7", 6'8", grew from about 6'3", his senior year of high school, to about 6'7", playing above the rim. So, just saying, like watching the Floridas, the Arkansas, everybody's making noise. Kentucky, we need to hear where y'all at.
So that growth spurt, like my brother hit his growth spurt like right before his senior year, and he went from like 5'11" to 6'3".
It happened like that, yeah.
But he was a guard, so it messed up his shot.
Yep.
Does it affect a big guy differently?
It didn't with him because his didn't go crazy.
Right.
So he went from like 6'2", 6'3", to 6'7", which is really right in there.
He's still...
Yeah, you're going to be a guard
6'2",
regardless.
6'3" is still big.
There you go. So as athleticism is really what creeped up there too, though.
Yeah.
So it's like when average 20 in the ACC on a bubble team, you know what I mean? And it wasn't empty numbers. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Big Savage says Zeph might cry if he commits, like bawling, boo-hooing tears.
You ain't lying.
I responded back, no mind about it.
All right, let's get into the draft. 615-737-1045 is the number. The 2 first-rounders we had on the show on Friday, Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate and Auburn defensive end Keldrick Falk. And if you want to go back and listen to that, and if you haven't heard it, I would advise you to hear it.
Yeah.
Very impressive young men.
Yep.
Both of them captain, academic, All-American type players.
You know what I wish we had enough time to do?
There's a common thread in all of these
Talk to them, Babs.
players.
Yep.
Number one, most of them
Leadership.
are like 5-star players out of high school. Not that matters now, but that is weird.
Leadership, captain, like culture guys. Even if there is a blip in the background, it's like been addressed and talked about and owned, and you know what I mean. It is very clear what a Borgonzi draft class has to have.
Yeah. The other part I like about, especially Carnell Tate, and I'm sure we'll hear more about the rest of these athletes, but that's why you always need to pay attention to 3HL because of our interviews. We get to know the kids personally, not kids, these young athletes personally outside of just the game. But like what Babs just said, already having things addressed. Man, the man Carnell Tate said he was a menace. Like growing up as a kid.
I was a menace.
Yeah, and then I watched.
And he straight looked over at his family before he answered it because he's like,
So you know
they know.
You know the draft videos where
the
videos where where the family makes like a video to show to the draft pick after they get drafted. Yep. I think it was his sister who said that. He was like, man, you were a bad kid.
There's no question. Then, like, you could see his auntie spoke about him, and he almost choked up when his auntie was speaking because I guess I would imagine him and his auntie and his mom was super tight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you could tell that was probably like his mom speaking to him. So, man, to make it to this level and be focused to get there, like, he understands where he is. You know what I mean? We talk about them second chances and stuff all the time. He understands what he is. Same thing for Keldrick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, Keldrick, like, he didn't even take it serious for a minute. Like, it was like, oh, man, I
He's
asked
very chill.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit more swagger from Carnell.
I asked Keldrick Falk, when did you know that you had this kind of ability? He said, my sophomore year.
See what I'm saying?
And I said, of high school? He said, no, college.
See?
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But see, that explains so much. That's why I said it, though, like, because when his interview came out, I think it was with Jim Wyatt or somebody right after the draft when they asked him on the Zoom, and they asked him, what do you know about the history of the Titans that you're getting involved with, the NFL, this, that, and other? He was like, man, I don't even watch NFL. And that's one of them, like, he wasn't even thinking. If somebody got a hold of him and, you know what I mean, like, dog, you can have something special.
But you know what's funny about that, and I've never really thought about this, maybe I just never heard this answer, but Carnell Tate told us, he said, I didn't watch NFL either because we had practice on Sundays and we had team meetings.
True too.
And we didn't have the opportunity to watch. And I'd watch highlights or whatever.
Yeah.
But
that's what you love though. Dude, get caught up and that's what we don't have enough of with NIL and all this transfer portal, getting caught up in right now. Ohio State, man, they need to be out there with some kind of flag talking about wide receiver everything. Forget wide receiver.
My goodness.
That's stupid what they got going on.
0 drops for Carnell Tate last season at Ohio State. Keldrick Falk played all over the defensive line at Auburn. Team captain at the age of 20. That tells you something. Here, he'll be a 4-3 defensive end. They will move him, as they do with Big Jeff. They have the ability to move all those guys, so that'll be interesting to see how all that goes down. Texas linebacker Anthony Hill Jr. was a selection in the second round. I've asked a couple of different people about him. We'll have to have an ongoing conversation as to where he fits in this defense. Some people think maybe outside linebacker. Some people think middle. So we'll talk more about that. Arkansas offensive guard Fernando Carmona, Nick Singleton, Penn State running back, both fifth-round picks. Pat Coogan from Indiana was the MVP of the Rose Bowl as a center. Transfer from Notre Dame. We'll talk about that. Oklahoma tight end / fullback Jaron Kanak in the 7th round. Oh, I forgot. Defensive tackle Jackie Marshall Baylor in the 6th. And then they've got undrafted free agents. We'll go through all this. If you want in your reaction, 615-737-1045. Brycer says C+ on the grade for the draft, which is not what I've seen anywhere. I'm not a real big draft grade guy because, how do you know?
Who the hell knows?
But what I saw was a compilation of 25 of them, and the Titans were 12th in the NFL. I also saw a post-draft power ranking of the NFL, and the Titans were not 30, 31, 32. A little bit higher than they were at any point last year.
29.
Nope.
Hey, somebody asked, when do the rookies hit the field this weekend?
This weekend.
Yep.
Availability Friday. They'll be on the field for rookie minicamp this weekend. 615-737-1045.
If it is time for you to upgrade things in your home, like your windows and your doors, Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville is who you need to call. That's who I called when it was time to upgrade our things. And with the heat now starting to creep in, maybe you realize, oh gosh, my windows are not doing their job and a lot of money is seeping out of them. That's when you need Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville to come help you out. So a couple of ways to get a hold of them. Obviously, you can call them 615-249-1910. You can stop by either one of their showrooms. They've got one in Franklin, Mallory Station Road, 277 Mallory Station Road, or 256 East Main Street in Hendersonville. The easiest way is to just go online and schedule a free consultation at pellanashville.com. Then when you realize that they're the absolute best to do this, then you can tell them, okay, well, I want the Dawn deal. So for the month of April, a couple more days for this deal, you get 55% off Pella certified labor and 0% APR for 24 months. That's 2 full years, plus an additional 5% off materials. That's the Dawn deal. Schedule your consultation online. Tell them to give you that Dawn deal. pellanashville.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Hope you're having a great Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. The undrafted free agents for the Titans, Shad Banks, linebacker, UTSA. I asked Zach what he was about to go do the rest of the afternoon. He said, I'm going to go watch tape on Shad Banks, UTSA.
Well, I hope Zach has a safer time watching the tape, watching the film than tweeting. Because, boy, that young man was on fire.
His Twitter fingers were hot.
Boy, I mean, them boys were scorching, boy. Zach was not playing. He was going to let the people know exactly how he felt about it. I hear you, Z-Lions. Hey, get him, Zach.
There also might have been a little drinking involved in, in those 2 days.
You think anybody's here for that part?
Yeah. Most of the people reading it at that point had probably been drinking, too.
Exactly.
Sean Brown, linebacker, NC State. Bishop Fitzgerald, safety, USC. Latrell McCutcheon, cornerback, Houston. Jalen McMurray, defensive back, Tennessee.
Go Vols.
You okay, Babs? No. Tyron Montgomery, wide receiver, John Carroll, I'm going to talk about here in a second. Caden Salter, former Vol. Quarterback, Colorado. And Emil Wagner, offensive tackle, Notre Dame. So Tyron Montgomery.
Caden Salter.
Who
is he going to?
Here.
Oh, for Mookie. Rookie minicamp?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Undrafted free agent.
The Tennessee Liberty, Colorado, Caden Salter.
Yeah. That was a 4-star player coming out of high school, wasn't he?
Might have been 5.
He might have been 5.
No, he was a 4-star.
He was 4?
He was
verged in or something. Fringe.
Because he was
on the verge.
Yeah.
He was right there
like
near they had that other 4-star who went to Indiana. Oh, I'm forgetting his name.
The brother, Antonio Davis' son. Yep. He got the 2 last names, play quarterback. Trace Davis or something like that. His brother played basketball.
Why am I forgetting his name?
I know you're talking about, Zell.
Your description is just amazing.
I know you're talking about, Zell.
I can see.
It's like we're sitting on the front porch. Remember this guy down the street?
Yeah,
got the 2 last names?
Yeah, it's Trace Davis or something like that. Somebody gonna say it. Antonio Davis was his dad that played for the Pacers. His brother played basketball. His brother's in the league.
Taven Jackson.
Jackson Davis. I'm telling you. I know what I'm talking about.
I don't know about the Davis part of that, but
I'm telling you,
Taven Jackson was. Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is.
Yeah.
Not it. I mean, he's a person.
Yeah, brother. Maybe if he ain't, it could be. Hey, AI is serious out here,
Yeah.
But yeah.
His brother plays in the NBA?
If I'm not mistaken, man, I'm pretty positive. His brother has the 2 last names. I think. I'm pretty positive.
His brother is Trace Jackson Davis.
Come on, Slay. Act like you know it when you know it.
He plays for the Golden.
Don't end it with I think. Just because I'm staring at you.
He plays for the Golden State Warriors.
I told you.
He was a former
freak athlete,
All-American at Indiana basketball.
Come on, man. I'm right there.
I praise you, Slay.
I'm right there, you're
there.
They're the sons
on a
of
Monday. I mean, early in the week.
They're the sons of Ray Jackson, a former Washington State and NFL defensive back.
Ray Boom Boom Jackson?
I mean, well, guess what? Their daddy did something. That was the wrong daddy. My bad. But they right there. They're right there around them.
Oh, someone says he plays for the Raptors now. So
there is a Davis involved, though, right?
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, his name is Trace Jackson Davis.
Does he have 2 daddies?
Could have been.
Ray Jackson and Antonio Davis?
Man, you know what I mean? Could have been a stepdaddy.
That's right. That's what I meant.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I didn't mean something.
People are correcting me. He no longer plays with the Warriors.
Oh, nobody cares about that part.
The main point was when I'm playing
We're spending way too much time on his brother.
I'm just surprised that everybody in the chat knows where this guy plays.
Dude, because I knew. I might as well be. Let me go get in the chat. I'm with y'all in the chat.
Holy cow. What a turn.
Okay.
Left turn at Albuquerque.
Tyron Montgomery.
Okay. So Candy B sent us a message. I don't know. Yeah. You don't check your Facebook messages very
Usually
often.
when she comes through with Twitter or something, I do.
Yeah. She sent us, me and you, a message, and it's an ESPN story about Tyron Montgomery, who is an undrafted free agent wide receiver out of John Carroll, who the Titans picked up. This dude did not play high school football.
Yeah.
He played basketball. He wanted to be in the NBA. And so he went to LSU, and he was going to walk on the second semester of his freshman year, okay? Well, in the meantime.
In between time.
Peace. His mom got cancer again. She had already beaten it once. And she had told him, son, you're going to be great.
I did go back and look at this. So I was fried when I looked at it.
It's an incredible story. I need to get it to you, Zeph, and then you can put it up.
Yeah.
But she was like, but I really think that football is your path. And he's like, Mom, I've never played football. I mean, think about this. He's a freshman in college at this point.
Yeah.
So he goes back. His brother played high school football, and he was just like, he needed somebody to catch balls from him. And his brother comes on the thing and says, man, he was jumping in the air and making these catches that were not natural. And he was like, man, I really think you need to play football. So he said he talked with his mom about it, prayed about it, and the next day they set up a tripod outside and put on tape him making catches and all this and sent them all out. Well, the John Carroll coach wrote him back and said, come play football for us.
Right.
So his first year at John Carroll, he set the school record for touchdown catches. And they show the clips, and it's, I mean, incredibly athletic guy. Really smart. So he goes from not playing high school football, deciding his freshman year midway through to play football, to the Senior Bowl.
Crazy.
He was the only D3 player at the Senior Bowl. And they've got clips on him at the Senior Bowl where he's lighting it up.
There's one where he burned Colton Hood pretty good.
So that is a great story, and I can't wait to have him on 3HL at some point.
Yeah, we got to get him.
And, it's tough to make it as an undrafted free agent, but it happens.
Yes, it does.
Remember, I went through, somebody put out a list, I can't remember, but it was like number of Hall of Famers and what round they were selected in. And I did the percentages, and it was like 40, it was almost 50% of the Hall of Famers were drafted in the first round. The next highest group was the undrafted free agents.
Yeah, it was higher than the fourth rounders, right?
Higher than the fourth rounders, maybe higher than the third rounders. I think second rounders was like 13%. But that gives you an idea. Like, you can do it. And when you're talking about that kind of guy, undrafted free agent guy, we can talk. I talked to Moan about this the other day when y'all were out, and he went through like his story and how he chose the Steelers roster and all these things. It was fascinating because I just thought, okay, you look at the depth chart, find out where a hole is and go. And Moan was like, no. He did his due diligence and talking with guys that had been through that. And he said coaching stability is what I'm looking for. But anyway, so undrafted free agent, you're talking about a guy with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And like a self-made dude, and these guys are going to compete. And, we've seen them come through here.
That's
and
right.
last.
Yep.
NWI, Bryce Oliver the last couple years.
Mason Kinsey?
Yeah,
I think Kinsey was undrafted too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm anxious to follow this dude, Tyron Montgomery, out of all these undrafted free agents. That's just my little thing. But thank you, Candy B, for sending us that story because I didn't see it anywhere else. So I wouldn't have seen it otherwise. A lot of people talking about Anthony Hill. Emmett in here, if I can find him, was talking about the multiplicity in terms of skill set. Oh, here it is. Anthony Hill Jr., the linebacker out of Texas, second-round pick. Value pick, best value pick by far. Anthony Hill will be able to switch positions on the run. No need to substitute, can easily float between edge and linebacker. I asked Cosell, because I watched tape and I was kind of confused on it because Texas runs a 4-2-5 basically, like a lot of schools do. So I was trying to figure out, is this guy a middle linebacker? Is this guy an outside linebacker? And I asked Cosell about it today on a text message, and all he wrote back was, I have a lot to say about this player.
That's good.
Right, so we'll get his tape Thursday.
Thursday's going to be fun.
That's cool, yeah. But we got so many players to get through anyway.
Yeah.
We'll get to him.
So I think that Emmett's right about that. Like, I think this guy is such a good athlete that you'll be able to do multiple things with him.
Right.
And send him after the quarterback on blitzes and things like that. He was a 5-star recruit coming out of Billy Ryan High School.
Heck of a name.
In Denton, Texas.
B. Ryan.
Which I looked it up. Shout out Coach Mack. Denton, Texas, just north of Dallas, 265 miles from where Coach Mack grew up.
Okay.
R.I.P. Coach. He was committed to Texas A&M, but then chose Texas. Named Big 12 Defensive Freshman of the Year and Freshman All-American. As a sophomore, he was named First Team All-American. And then his last season, he missed the last 2 games of the season with a hand injury and was named Second Team All-SEC. But this guy's legit. 6'2", 4'5", 140, 37-inch vertical jump, explosive player.
Explosive, rangy. Like, this goes back to Let me go look up. Our last sets of linebackers have been rangy. Some lack a little bit of speed. Some lack height. I thought Aziz was the closest one as far as body build. And he was, what is Aziz listed as? Let me see. I think he's about 6'3".
He's bulked up, though, since he came out.
Yeah, he all the way. But I think, I say that to say that I think this young man can be the exact same way. Like, Anthony Hill, the junior man, like, he always pops off the tape. Always pops off the tape to me. So, yeah, you got to be a different cat to be out there and be in the conversation for All-American anything.
So Saleh likes to rush forward. That's why he has so many defensive linemen and has added so many, and then play zone behind it. And so one of Anthony Hill Jr.'s limitations is man-to-man coverage, but they're not going to ask him to do that very much, I don't think.
What was his weight?
I stopped at 230, and I stopped writing.
Okay, so guess what?
230 something.
The last person I said was Aziz was doing good for 6'2", 228 right now.
Okay.
So there you go. There you go.
Fernando Carmona, we'll talk about. Nick Singleton, Pat Coogan, Jackie Marshall. Jackie Marshall sounds like a film's, character.
Who was y'all's favorite pick of theirs after the first round?
Anthony Hill.
Anthony Hill?
No question.
I loved the interior offensive linemen. The two guys that got
I
it.
like Coogan. I don't know that much about Carmona. Do you want me to read you what I read about him? He played 7 high school football games. There's another guy. He didn't play high school football until his junior year, and then his senior year was COVID.
Yeah.
So 7 high school football games. He played tight end. But he still was a 3-star recruit and went to San Jose State. 3rd team All-SEC in his first year at Arkansas as an offensive tackle in 2024. I think the short arms got him and moved him inside. But he was team captain last season, which is a consistent thing, while playing offensive guard. He started 49 games in college.
So that 49 games, that is something that it seemed that Mike Borgonzi picked up on when going after these 2 interior offensive linemen. This is what he had to say Saturday after the draft when talking about Carmona and Coogan.
I mean, listen, these guys have played a lot of football, both of them. They really do fit the definition of, I always say, like the tough, smart, dependable. I mean, they epitomize it, those 2 guys. And they've, like I said, they've had a lot of snaps here in college football. They're physically, where they're at right now, the size. I think they can come right in here and compete.
How much does that experience maybe not necessarily make up for what they may lack athletically, but benefit them as far as getting them in here and getting ready to compete right away?
Yeah, I think there's a maturation to it, especially with the O-linemen, they've played so much and they've been around, probably a lot of different coaches. Both guys had, Fernando was at San Jose State, went to Arkansas, and then with Pat was at Notre Dame, and then finished his season for your national champs. So they've played a lot of football, so I think that does help.
Okay.
Played a lot of football.
Yeah, and it's always good.
And that's 2 positions. That's 2 positions where they need people to come in and to compete for a starting spot, because
no question.
That's what they didn't address very heavily in free agency.
Right, but they did bring in a free agent center that probably they would love
Schloatman.
That they would love for him to start. But right guard, open.
Man, my guy after the Anthony Hill draft was Nick Singleton.
Okay.
Nick Singleton, I thought, man, as a guy, man, go get it. He just played on the trash team. We all saw what Pittsburgh did. But we also saw that they used to love to pound and ground when they were being successful.
His production level was dramatically different. I haven't dove into the player yet, but it was dramatically different the year before last year. And I was talking with Zach about that, and he goes, man, maybe it's just a Clemson situation where everybody's production just dipped. And he's like, they had a coaching change and all these things. So you like him.
Yeah, and it was crazy year to year. Like his first year, it was 1,000-yard rushing. Next year,
as
came
a
back
freshman.
752 as a freshman.
He was the number one running back in America coming out of high school.
Yeah.
Five-star kid.
That means there's something there. When you tab that, there's something there. So, I like his size, his willingness to get in between the tackles, but breaking away, not burst of just burn your way speed, but enough where he can go challenge and make some headways on this group, man. Catch it out of the backfield. You know what I mean? I like him, especially for this offense.
Committed to Penn State over Bama, Notre Dame, Ohio State, among others.
Almost 5,600 all-purpose yards in his career at Penn State.
I got to give some love to my guy, Carlos Watkins, too, man. He always listened to the show, man. That was the first, when he said Nick Singleton, he said, hey, man, this dude a bad boy. I was like, oh, okay. Let me go look at him. So, yeah.
It's funny when people come at you with random dudes.
Yeah, that's my boy, man. He played running back, so he got a different eye.
I did read that he suffered a broken foot at the Senior Bowl, 5th metatarsal, and I looked that up. It's 3 to 4 months, which means he'll be ready for June. So
it's cool.
Probably won't see him this weekend. My guess is it's between him and Mullings in terms of making the roster, but maybe they've moved on from Mullings, and so maybe they go that way. 615-737-1045. CW in Franklin. C-Dub, what's up?
Hey, guys, just a couple of things about Anthony Hill. So at Texas, one of the reasons they changed DCs this year was because PK didn't play an aggressive defense. So if you look at his pass rush win rate as like a freshman and sophomore, he's built for pass rush. As Muschamp says, thoroughbreds run forward, not backwards. If he'd stayed another year, you'd seen him used more as a pass rusher. So I would expect you to see probably more of that in his time with the Titans.
Thank you, C-Dub. Appreciate you, man.
Who is that? Who is C-Dub?
Anthony Hill.
Okay, Anthony Hill. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Changing coordinator his third year. 615-737-1045. Johnny at White House. Johnny, what's up?
Hey, guys. It's always awesome to talk to you guys. Hey, listen, man, I think this is one of the
Oh, damn.
Johnny, what, you going through a tunnel?
I don't know. Johnny, call back. We'll get you on the other side.
Johnny. It's supposed to be a great day, man.
Just a preview if he doesn't get a call back. He really liked the Carnell Tate pick.
Okay. Your reaction to the Titans draft. We're here for it. 615-737-1045. Spring is the season to gear up, and there's no better time to upgrade your equipment and save big at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply during Toro Days. Now through May 17th, take advantage of special savings on Toro walk mowers designed for big-time power, long-lasting durability, and easy operation that works just as hard as you do. Whether you're a landscaping professional or a serious homeowner, Toro delivers the performance that you can count on. And when it comes to quality equipment, replacement parts, and expert advice, there's only one place to go. Where the pros go, Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply, with 7 convenient Middle Tennessee locations, including Nashville, Bellevue, Murfreesboro, Brentwood, Hendersonville, Mount Juliet, and Franklin. Help is always close by. Stop in today or shop online at DickensSupply.com. That's DickensSupply.com. Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply. Go where the pros go. 3 at 10-1045, this home Monday edition. Little draft review. What do you think? Let us know what you think. 615-737-1045. We talked a lot about Anthony Hill Jr. Mm-hmm. And we'll learn more about the player from some of our experts that we put on. Mike Detillier will be on tomorrow. Greg Cosell will be on Thursday. And then we've got the install live at the Analog at the Hutton Hotel on Friday.
This Friday?
Mm-hmm. With Greg Cosell, Buck Rising. I was going to say Slay, but now I'm a little nervous.
No, I didn't know. I thought it was like 2 weeks from now.
No, it's this Friday. And Mike Borgonzi, Titans general manager.
Mike Borgonzi will be there.
So you should go do a film review with Borgonzi. Just get up there and interrupt Cosell.
Nah, I got a role to play.
Yeah, he plays his role. And you will not, if you go to the event, there's no way you will not understand that Slay was there.
Yeah. I'm coming through though.
I wish we had some of your high school tape to put up there for him.
Hey. It's real. Be short, but it's real. so real, y'all.
Speaking of reels, the 2008 Tennessee-Florida game came across my timeline.
Did it?
Came across my reel, and I forgot that all those dudes wore headbands. Did they do that for you or for Big Chiz?
No, they were doing it.
Big Wheezy.
Mm-hmm, Wheezy. All of them, all of them just, when they got the Duke Cruz, Mark Smith, Jawan Smith, Wayne Chisholm, all of them started wearing headbands. Tyler Smith, everybody wore headbands, yo. But when I was there, nobody.
I always thought Duke Cruz, because it came down to Tennessee and Duke, I always thought he should have gone to Duke, because then he could have had the front name and the last name.
Dude was so athletic.
He would have had Duke on the front of the jersey and Duke on the back of the jersey if he wanted.
It's been a Duke. Duke.
Or he could have had Cruz on the back, and then it was Duke Cruz. Yeah.
Representing me and the school.
I'm glad he went to Tennessee.
Good job, Duke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun team. That was a fun game.
Yes, it was. Great.
I think I stopped at CeeLo had 8 threes. You know where he would start to stroke early in the game, and he would hit open threes, and then it didn't matter who was in his face. He was letting it rip.
Yeah, the challenge when he know. Might as well not even have a hand up. Too late.
He might start out passing those shots up to find a better shot, but once he got going,
he know.
That shot against Durant.
They would tell him to shoot. Hey, dog, what are you doing?
And it's crazy to think that Kevin Durant's still playing. And that's such a vivid memory of Lofton hitting that shot against Kevin Durant.
Low just not finished up about 3 years ago.
Yeah,
man.
that's true.
2, 3.
Yeah. 615-737-1045. Johnny was trying to make a point, and something happened.
Come on, Johnny.
I think he got caught in a black hole or something. Johnny, you okay, man?
Yeah, I'm here, guys. I apologize about that. Hey, listen, I was born and raised here in Nashville, north of there, White House. I've been here since day one. I honestly believe this is one of the most solid drafts they've had. But I'm going to tell you why. Obviously, we know Carnell Tate's going to be a good person. But, dude, I agree with y'all. This Anthony Hill guy is a dog, straight dog. Go look at Carmana's stats. He only gave up 2 sacks last year. Coogan only gave up 2 sacks. But I agree with Slay. I think their best pick so far, of this draft pick, is Nick Singleton. That dude is straight dog. Real quick, Slay. The other day, you and I kind of chatted about some dude singing on Instagram. I want to let you know something. He's from White House. That guy is, and he got second place in American Idol.
Did he?
Big. Yes, sir. He's a well-known singer. You guys will have to get him on the show one time. But as always,
who are y'all talking? Hang on before you get into this close
too, man.
Who are y'all talking about?
I gotta find him.
There's a guy singing on Instagram. It's one of those little booths. If you can sing, sit down. His name's Clark Beckham. He's unreal singer.
Okay.
Dog, he sat down, and they made a hit.
Just sat down and made a hit.
So, that's right. But, hey, it's a great day. I talked to Ron Slay. Good old Rocky Top. Go!
There goes Johnny. 615-737-1045.
Yeah, dude, you know how people be having signs in the park, and they might have a little radio playing right there with a sign to say, if you can sing, sit down. And the dude sat down with the guy, started singing. He was like, repeat after me. Man, and the dude went off, and ended up making a damn hit.
So the guy sitting in the park had the lyrics? He just needed somebody to sing them?
Yep.
Wow.
And he was singing them with him. They were going back and forth. He stole the whole show, dog. It was amazing. It was pretty dope. Just to let you know how many talented people we got walking around.
Oh, my gosh.
It's crazy. Can I give a shout-out?
Shout-outs presented by your mom and them.
Shout out to my guy, man, Vance Norman. He listens to the show all the time. 3HL, Army Fire and Protection, man, doing a little work at one of the lounges. So, Vance, we need you to come through. Don't let the boo-boo come through.
Was he in plumbing?
Something like that. I think.
I'm not supposed to ask you questions when you do this, right? Like,
we're just going with the shout out, Yor. Shout out to Vance Norman,
it's like my mom said she was an attorney. She was like, as an attorney, you never ask a question you don't know the answer to.
There you go.
Like, which
you get answer, might not know.
Ended the sentence on a preposition, which I hate to do, but I did. 615-737-1045. Drew in McMinnville. Drew, what's up?
What's up, fellas? You know I love the show. I'm really happy with what we done with this draft. Carnell Tate is you know what you're getting with him. He reminds me a lot of Amari Cooper, where he might not blow you away with his athleticism, but at the end of the day, he's got 8 catches for $110 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
I really think the guard and the center that we got, Coogan and Carmona, can come in and compete right now for a spot. That's what we needed. Anthony Hill Jr. is a stud. I mean, if Sonny Styles wasn't in this draft, we would have been talking about him as an athletic freak. But when you compare him to Sonny Styles, we've never seen that before, so it just kind of got overshadowed a little bit. But still, nonetheless, he almost ran a 4.4. He's going to be a dog in the middle, paired with Cedric Gray. That's what we needed. I'm really happy with what we did. And as far as the Malik Neighbors, talking about how he wasn't a wide receiver one on his own team, Malik Neighbors wouldn't be wide receiver one on Ohio State right now.
It was tripping when he was saying that, man. It was tripping.
I don't know what he's talking about. He needs to shut up and go back to play. But I really think that one of the steals that I've seen is Tyron Montgomery, because I really think, and mark my words, April 27th, dude's going to crack the rotation as a wide receiver this year. He's a dog and can go get it. I'm gonna hang up, let y'all talk, but go Vols. Hey, it was a good day. It's a great day to be a great day.
Absolutely.
Hey, Drew, real quick, did you hear us tell the story about Tyron Montgomery, or did you see it?
No. I just got back in the car.
Yeah, he didn't. I'll just bullet point it for you. He didn't play high school football. He wanted to be a basketball player.
Yeah, he was going to LSU to play basketball.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then his mom got cancer for the second time. And, he credits everything to her. Like, I believe in myself because she believed in me, and she ended up passing away. But he tried football because his brother wanted him to, and his mother did. And next thing you know, he's John Carroll and only D3 player at the Senior Bowl, and here we go. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, he's going to be – I think he cracks the rotation. He's going to get in the rotation. He's going to get the ball because he's a playmaker, and he's got a why. Everybody talks about why are you doing it? He's got a why, and I like him. I can't believe he didn't get drafted after the season he had and after he was cooking them boys at the Senior Bowl. But we're going to see, man. I really think Borgonzi, they're cooking, man, and it's a great day to be a great day, man. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, Drew. Appreciate it. 615-737-1045. I'm all down with that player. Tristan in Brentwood. Tristan, what you got today, man?
Hey, I think the Titans got Pat Coogan, and I like Nick Singletary, and I like the offensive tackle from Notre Dame, the undrafted free agent we got, and if we had just traded back in the first round instead of drafting Carnell Tate, I would have gotten Vegi Ione, but that's my take. I love some of the draft members we got and then undrafted free agent from offensive tackle. So that's my take.
Thank you, Tristan. Appreciate it. Yep. Slay Dog, you like Singleton too?
Yeah, that was pretty solid right the other day. I like where you at. I like you talking about the trade back.
Singleton, 6 feet, 219, just turned 22 years old. Anthony Hill Jr. Just turned 21.
Who was who did what was the caller's last name? The last before Tristan, Jack. You know what it was?
Drew.
Drew. Man, I'm with Drew too, man. I meant to bring that up. That was gonna be my throat punch Thursday. Malik Neighbors talking about Carnell Tate, man.
Let's talk about it when we come back.
Okay.
He's not a number one in the NFL.
No.
Why?
What?
Why throw yourself into that?
Like what?
We'll be right back. 3HL. If you want to end 615-737-1045, we'd love to hear from you.
What is happening, people? Growing up in Nashville, you know what time it is. When it's got to go eat, you got to go eat at Shoney's, man. That's what I grew up on, the breakfast, lunch, and the dinner. Still one of the favorites to go visit, man. You can enjoy a delicious meal no matter the time of day. They got the all-you-care-to-eat fresh food bar. That's very best value you're going to find out here anywhere because it's always fresh and always delicious. You can always depend on it. You can even go hit them up on their menu. Yep, get the Slim Jim sandwich, the All-American burger, baked spaghetti, and, of course, breakfast served all day long. Anybody that served breakfast all day long is going to be a winner in my book, especially him, because I'm going to hit them French toast sticks up all the time. They even got family meals to go, which feed groups of 4, 6, 8, or 12, enough for your next family or whatever your work get-together is. And in case Shoney's got you covered. Yep, they got the Southern hospitality with a twist. They got 4 locations for you to visit. That's Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, and on Donaldson Pike in Nashville. Shoney's. Let's eat.
Happy Monday, all y'all. We've got a big week, and we've got a big event coming up on Saturday. Zach Allen is here. BuddyAllenFloorandHome.com is the website. Zach, what you got going on Saturday?
Hey, this was a big deal. I had to drive all the way down here to Nashville traffic to tell you about it in person and all of our great Zone listeners. We've got a private one-day sale on Saturday. That's this Saturday, the 2nd of May, 10 to 3, with 20% savings on all flooring, tile, and cabinetry, because we do that stuff now. Got that in there, too.
And you can help anyone that may feel overwhelmed by all of the project things they have going on in their head with your custom design team.
That's right, man. Now, these folks are on top of their game with helping you work through all aspects of everything from a simple bedroom of carpet to a complete kitchen and bath remodel.
Again, Saturday, May 2nd, 10 to 3, 20% off on all flooring, tile, and cabinets. That's a big deal, man.
That's a good one. So that's why I'll come down to tell you about it in person so nobody misses it.
It's always good to see your smiling face.
Thanks, bud.
Go to BuddyAllenFloorandHome.com for more information and easy scheduling, or just call the store, 615-883-3289. Buddy Allen Floor and Home, Saturday. Be there.
afternoon. It's 4:03. Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. The 2026 NFL Draft has concluded, and the Titans have added 8 new players, including Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate, Auburn defensive end Keldrick Falk, Texas linebacker Anthony Hill Jr., Arkansas guard Fernando Carmona, Penn State running back Nick Singleton, Baylor defensive tackle Jackie Marshall, Indiana center Pat Coogan, and Oklahoma tight end Jaron Kanak. In college football news today, Texas Tech transfer quarterback Brendan Sorsby is taking a leave of absence from the program after checking into a residential treatment program for a gambling addiction, the school announced today. Sorsby's decision came in the wake of the discovery of Sorsby making thousands of online bets in a variety of sports via a gambling app, which jeopardizes his eligibility with Texas Tech. The NCAA is investigating Sorsby's gambling, which forbids athletes from betting on both college and professional sports. Ferrari Foundation Repair, whatever needs you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home of the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. The draft is behind us.
Over.
The rookies hit the field this weekend for a mini camp. So now we get to talk about players that are actually on rosters.
So, when does this list come out of the players that make? Do the Titans release an official list of guys invited to minicamp, rookie minicamp?
Yeah, no? They can have as many as 90 players when training camp starts. So I don't even know what the number is right now, but. They need to have enough people this weekend to, do things.
That's what I said. I was telling somebody that, you got to have bodies, man.
So I think it's rookies and first-year guys now. I think they've opened it up to that, but I wouldn't anticipate, seeing Cam Ward out there, for example. But, yeah, it'll be interesting. So Diego Pavia, Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia, I'll get to in just a second. Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building. Better be.
Babsy's on assignment for a couple minutes. She'll be right back. Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia has reportedly signed an undrafted free agent contract with the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh.
Pavia is the first Heisman finalist not drafted since Northern Illinois quarterback Jordan Lynch in 2014. Ravens quarterback depth chart, Lamar Jackson, of course, Tyler Huntley, and Diego Pavia. That's it currently.
So I wonder, is Snoop Huntley still with them?
Mm-hmm.
I guess they got to have 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Okay.
They may bring another one in.
That's really
I think they did invite another guy. I heard Bert talking about it this morning on the Buck Rising show.
Bert Nihil?
Bert.
Oh, Bert.
Yeah.
His name's come up a couple times.
The other GM. The GM for the Ravens.
Yeah, the GM for the Ravens.
Yeah, that's right.
Bert Newsom.
He's messing around with people's fingernails and talking about the draft.
Yeah.
Bert's crazy.
Yeah. I did hear him say that. I can't remember who the other quarterback the Ravens brought in, but they did bring in another rookie.
I did not find that, but I'm sure they did. Bert would know.
Bert would know. Bert went up there.
He's a Raven.
Oh, through and through.
Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Yeah, I think
he went up there.
I think so. I might be mistaken, but I think he went. I understood what Buck was saying, right? Like he only takes his time off. They excuse him to go. You know what I mean? Inhale the draft.
Too many jokes rolling through my head right now.
Bert loves it. So.
Yeah. Tennessee quarterback Joey
Uh,
Aguilar signed an undrafted free agent deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That sucks for Joey, man. I'm
Jags
just kidding.
quarterback depth chart is Trevor Lawrence, Nick Mullins, who played at Southern Miss. You know who his coach was at Southern Miss?
Oh.
Nick Mullins? Todd Munkin.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
With the Browns.
Yeah.
With the Browns. Carter Bradley also on that roster.
Carter who?
Exactly.
Yeah. See, that's where Diego should have went.
Jacksonville?
No, somewhere like that where somebody ain't on there.
Well, I mean, the Ravens only got 2.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
And they've already let Snoop Huntley go once.
Yeah, but who was the first person they called? It was like Ghostbusters. As soon as Lamar thought about going down, it's Snoop immediately Snoop is one of them guys in that situation don't even got to do no working out.
Right, because remember the talk was, had Monken not left, Lamar wanted to be traded.
Yep.
There was a big divide between those two guys.
No, I think Snoop not, well, he's a veteran now too, so you know how to pick him. But I would like to see Diego go to Tampa Bay or something.
Carter Bradley.
Yeah.
What percentage of the people listening right now know who Carter Bradley is?
Percentage of our people?
Yeah,
1%.
6%? Oh,
I would say
okay.
1%.
1%. That might be a little.
I was going to go under one.
Under one. Speaking of
he played at Toledo and South Alabama.
Well, with South Alabama, that somebody may know him.
Yeah.
I go about a quarter now then.
Hey, Slay, you said Diego go to Tampa Bay. Seeing him behind Baker Mayfield, who very similar guys.
You see what I'm saying?
I would have liked that.
That's all I'm saying. Go somewhere, yeah.
And honestly, that's a Baker that has like learned from that kind of attitude that
would have been a good spot. That's a good thought, Seth.
That's Slays. That's Slays. I'm not gonna say that.
Give him mine. Good job, Zell. Way to shoot it
Where
back
was
to
I
me.
when you said that? That's a great thought.
I don't know where you was at.
That was perfect.
You're looking for Bradley Carter, man.
No, Carter Bradley.
Carter Bradley.
Hey, no. He was just going last name first. You're good. I knew what you meant. Last name first.
I mean, it is two first names.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Like, them the people you got to look for, man. like that.
I always thought Diego Pavia in Vegas would have been a perfect fit.
I don't know. Probably not.
Not only Diego Pavia in Vegas, but also Diego Pavia with Fernando Mendoza
and Kirk Cousins
in the quarterback room.
That room gonna
By
be
the way,
so crazy.
This might have been AI, but I saw something rolling around the internet when he addressed some crowd of Raiders fans where he dropped an F-bomb.
Mendoza?
Yeah.
It wasn't real. It couldn't have been real. No. He was just playing up to the crowd.
But they've already been airing this, like, I don't even know what it is. When commercials are, like, too weird, I don't pay attention to what it is because I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Where he's doing a press conference and he stops and answers a phone or something. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. He looks like the worst pitchman in the history of pitchmen.
I can see that.
That little grin.
It's the grin, yeah. It's the grin. It's the.
Yeah. You want him to babysit your kids?
Yeah,
awesome.
there you go.
But I don't need him to sell my cell phone company.
Yeah, I need him, yeah.
So are y'all surprised Pavia went undrafted?
Yes.
No.
No.
All right, explain your sides.
Well, I thought he was going to get drafted because of Chris Lowe was like, there needs to be conversation about it. I think that's exactly what Greg Cosell said. Mm-hmm. There needs to be a conversation about it. Stoney said that.
Yeah.
So I just kind of went with those guys.
So, who do we have on? The Tillier said that he should get drafted, didn't he?
I don't remember. I do know Cosell and Stoney. Stoney Q.
I was going against it, though, just from the simple fact they want you cheap, man. They want to find ways to get you. They would much rather get you cheaper with no strings attached, and you show that you want it in these situations. I don't think his talent is enough to outweigh somebody that would be similar to him, if that makes any sense to anybody out there. Like for the example, Ruben Bain, talking about the trouble that he got into and everything, not saying it's in any comparison with what Diego Pavia had going on in college, but it's still a same whirlwind of energy, aura, all of this around you. The talent isn't enough for you to say, you know what, let's take him with a third or fourth round. No, we can actually go get him after he's not drafted. Then he can show us what he wants to be, and then we can go from there. For instance, Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel's talent was enough to get him drafted. Plus, the man wrote a Heisman. But, I thought it was a little different for Diego. I thought it would have to be a perfect fit for him. And, I'm not going to have to go in no bidding war for him. College-wise, if we drafted for college, this is a whole different conversation. But for the NFL at that position.
I wish I'd have heard your point about that before now.
What?
Because I thought it was perfect. Diego to Tampa.
Oh, yeah. That was
a great point, man.
I would have, man, if I'm his agent, I would have been selling that.
Yeah.
It took Zell for me to echo that for you to hear.
I think I specifically brought out Baker Mayfield's name, but I knew what you were thinking.
Now I'm really
I
lost.
said this, though.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Baker.
I know, but don't nobody hear me say nothing.
Apparently not.
I eventually
I'm
heard
just
it.
up here just talking. Hey,
I'm
can
just
anybody
looking at-
out there hear me?
I'm just looking at your new haircut.
If you can hear, call me, man. 615-737-1045.
Are you yelling in a forest?
Yeah. Talk to me, y'all. I want y'all to call me. If anybody hear me out there. Savage, you hear me?
He said I was trolling asking you guys that question. If y'all were surprised that he didn't get drafted.
That's a good.
I'm
That's,
not really
that's a funny thing.
I'm
too.
not really trolling because like we had conversations on the show that.
Wow, I mean, I thought that was a great point by Slay right there. I would have gone on and on about that before the draft. I'd have been like, damn right. Hell yeah. I'm going to put money on it. That's perfect.
That's the people. You need it.
So,
Stupid NBA.
I found
Speaking of money.
the Malik Neighbors audio you brought up.
Let's do it when we come back. From Motion with the Boys, Giants wide receiver Malik Neighbors was asked for his thoughts on Titans' first-round wide receiver pick Carnell Tate. What is their relationship? Do they have one?
I don't think so. I think just first round.
So he said, and you'll hear it in the audio clip, that he was on Carnell Tate's recruiting visit to LSU.
I did hear that. And I followed it.
Look at this
Straight
video.
If you want in your reaction to the Titans draft class, we've got a lot of other stuff to get to, too. SEC, how'd they do overall? We know that they didn't, for the first time in 20 years, they had led the NFL draft in first-round picks as a conference for 19 consecutive years. That fell apart this draft with the Big Ten. How did they do overall? We'll tell you. 615-737-1045. USSTN.com, United Structural Systems. When you start noticing cracks in the walls, uneven floors, or driveways sinking and separating, it's more than a home issue. It is a peace of mind issue. That's why who you choose for foundation repair and concrete leveling really matters. Trust United Structural Systems because they've been doing this the right way since 1994 right here in Tennessee. USS doesn't believe in quick fixes or scare tactics. They take the time to inspect, explain what's happening, walk you through real, proven solutions that are built to last. Whether your home needs foundation stabilization, crawl space repair, or concrete leveling for sinking sidewalks, patios, or driveways, USS uses engineered systems designed for long-term performance, not temporary patches. With decades of experience and thousands of homes repaired, you can trust United Structural Systems is here today and here to stay. Learn more or schedule your inspection at USSTN.com. That's USSTN.com. United Structural Systems, committed to their customers, invested in what matters most. We are USS.
What's happening, good people? What's up? Big Slay coming to you with Vita Nova. And this April, this is the time you need to take advantage of it before the month runs out. This is Autism Awareness Month. And with Vita Nova stem cell professionals, they're stepping up in a huge way for families right here in Middle Tennessee. They're offering 20% off of all stem cell and exosome therapies for autism candidates throughout the entire month of April. So the leading charge of this is Dr. Mehta, the board-certified regenerative medicine specialist with years of experience treating neurological disorders using advanced stem cell and exosome therapies. Dr. Mehta and the team at Vita Nova are dedicated to helping support families with real regenerative options. So don't be blinded by anything else you see. This is where you need to go. And the number you need to call to get in touch with them for your loved ones is 615-801-8005. That's 615-801-8005. Or visit VitaNovaTN.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you. Going to hear from Mike Borgonzi a little bit later. Zeph, you pulled some great Cosell.
Yeah, I figured we'd go back and listen to what Cosell said last Friday about the top 2 draft picks.
I think that's a great idea, Slay. Good job.
It's like, yeah, you're welcome. These type of ideas I come up with if y'all listen to me. Y'all don't listen, y'all gonna miss out. Y'all imagine how many ideas y'all done missed. And the people, that's probably what the people in the chat be thinking, like, darn, that's all this good stuff Slay done said. Ain't nobody even listening to him.
It's scary to think about that.
See? That's what you doing, man.
Did you just pet him?
No, she was just like looking at the area that was.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you,
I can see the front.
The crown in the front, y'all.
You got a defined line in the front.
I am not out here about to be playing with y'all.
It does look from back here. It does look pretty even all the way around.
It sounds like you're pouring a drink.
I am.
Yeah, but it's water.
No, it's about almost 5 o'clock. It's happy hour. Gotta pull up.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
That's right.
It's 5:23 in Knoxville.
What beach are you going to, Babsy?
Gulf Shores, Alabama, for the NCAA Women's College. Well, obviously college NCAA Beach Volleyball Championship.
That's a good beach to do that. That sand is flat down there.
It's beautiful there. I mean, like, people don't realize the very first time I worked the event, I was like, this is in Alabama? Like, what? Because it used to be on the West Coast, and then COVID happened, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think beach volleyball, you think West Coast.
West Coast. And there are a significant number of West Coast teams, although UT Chattanooga is in it every year. They win their conference. Yeah.
Mocs.
Yeah, the Sandy Mocs for volleyball.
Mocs.
It's beautiful. The water is gorgeous. Like the sand, it's just so nice. Although there is rain in the forecast and 73-degree temperatures. So that's very California-like 73, right? But
why don't we take the show down there?
We should.
Yes, please.
We should.
Oh, we got UT Caravan Wednesday.
Darn.
Oh, you do. That's okay. You can come Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Show again.
Which I confirmed today.
How far is that? That's
it's
way down
straight down 65.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I fly into Pensacola Beach and then drive.
How'd I get?
You gonna go to Floribama?
Probably not.
Anywhere.
Probably not. I know. I wonder what the drive is. Like, I don't even consider driving.
I've driven to Gulf Shores before. I don't remember how long it is.
It's different than 30A. Like, you just stay on the interstate.
Yeah. 30A.
Or Destin. Or
Gulf Shores, Alabama is 7.5 hours.
Oh, hell no.
That ain't that bad.
I mean, it's not that bad, but I don't even want to drive to Knoxville.
Yeah.
I was excited that Southwest started flying.
I mean, listen, you chose to drive to Bowling Green the other day when you didn't have to.
Oh, that was just me being dumb.
No, you just testing out the truck, Babs.
Yeah.
See if it'll roll.
But anyway, beach volleyball Friday, Saturday. Finals are on Sunday on ESPN, so check it out.
Let's go.
It is very cool, y'all. It is. I wish that beach was big outside of West Coast when I was growing up because, I mean, there's a 5'4", a 5'6", 5'7", like solid beach volleyball players.
Okay,
like,
so
you don't have to be massive.
No.
Last time
you probably need your partner to be big.
It would help.
Last time you did anything volleyball related, you end up trying to, return a serve. Are you going to do stuff like that?
Maybe. I have to look into it. Do you remember last year when I worked beach, I played with
you played with Olympian, didn't you?
Yeah, Holly McPhee.
Oh, and that's when you were like super sore afterwards,
I was
right?
so
You
sore,
did great,
I couldn't
though.
even work. I mean,
You did great.
I totally held my own, but for Holly's standards,
what more
it
were
was
you
not
expecting?
good enough.
Yeah,
It
but
was
what
not good
more
enough.
can we ask than hold your own?
She's like, let's go, Davenport, go. I'm
Yeah,
like,
see,
Holly.
These are different kind of level.
Take your gold medals and stick them elsewhere. That was not me.
Tentative schedule on Wednesday. Rick Barnes, 5:15. Josh Heupel, 5:30. Kim Caldwell, 5:45. Danny White, 6 o'clock. We're going extra time on Wednesday.
That's going to be awesome. I love the Big Orange Caravan.
I do
like
too.
There's such like real laid back, honest conversations with all of the coaches that
Good energy.
it's just very cool.
I can't wait to hear from Rick about this transfer portal he's put together.
Kim,
too.
Hear from Kim about
too.
the transfer
Yeah,
portal?
I was going to say the other side of it too. Kim, yeah.
Has she spoken at all? I mean, is this going to be the first? This will be her first like media appearance since
unless she
everything
does
went
like
down,
60
right?
minutes tonight, which isn't even on. I mean, I don't know. She's got 2 more days where
60
she can do
minutes
something
Knoxville.
else.
I mean,
Your Knoxville special.
listen, I know Lady Vols basketball is a massive deal, but I'm not sure 60 Minutes is in on it.
No, not this early.
They don't want to
yet.
be.
Not
You don't
yet.
want to be. You don't want to be involved in 60 Minutes.
No,
That's for
don't.
sure. But that's coming up. Where is that? Marathon Music Works?
Yep.
Correct.
Marathon Music.
That's a cool little venue.
This is an awesome venue.
We were
That's
just
where-
over there.
Yeah, Rally on the Runway is there every year.
All right.
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors.
Oh, boy.
So he was on the Bleacher Report draft, their draft broadcast.
Okay.
So him and Micah Parsons, obviously Micah Parsons has his podcast that he does through Bleacher Report. They're starting to get some like active players in there. So this was his reaction right after the Carnell Tate announcement to the Titans and what he said about Tate not being a wide receiver one.
For Carnell Tate, because I do like the player, I like the scheme fit, but again, Carnell Tate was a little bit further down my board. I would have went a different direction here.
And now we go to our resident wide receiver, Malik Neighbors. Your thought on Carnell Tate? And be real.
Okay, I mean, I want him to come to LSU. Coming out of high school, I took him on his visit. Well, I was there when he visited. And I wanted him to come there. He's a very talented player. Like you say, can high point the ball. But he's going to do tremendous in Coach Dave's offense. I was in that offense. Right. It's going to be a hard offense to learn, but he's a very smart player. He's going to get it. Wandale is there, so he's definitely going to help him. But I don't think that, this is a draft to draft a receiver. I just don't think that high. Like, that's high.
I was going to say, you were the 6th pick in the draft, and your skill set compared to Carnell Tate. You were saying, do you see him as a number 1 in the NFL?
No, I don't see him being a number 1. He hasn't been the number 1 on the team that he's been on. I mean,
Who would have been?
You have to be a number 1 on the team that you're coming from.
No, you don't.
To be a number 1 receiver that the team that you're going to. Because they're going to trust you a lot to be the first person that they throw the ball to, the first person they count on to win the rep. You have to be that. You can't be the second. Anybody can do. What you mean?
JSN was never number 1.
That's Micah Parsons.
JSN was different, though.
Hold on. No, you said you got to be number 1 on the team that you're coming from.
Don't move the
JSN
goalposts.
was not number 1. Bro, you got to understand, the number 1 player will probably be the number 1 pick next year.
He wasn't the number 1 on the team he went to first. DK was.
Exactly.
Okay,
but
then
that's
he
what I'm saying.
fulfilled that role the next year after that. But they still continue to put...
so give him a chance to fulfill the role.
I'm saying he's going into that now.
Yeah, but the person that was the number 1 is probably going to be the number 1 pick next year.
Jeremiah's special. You had Carnell in your top 10, so clearly you think he's talented. But what do you think about him going at 4?
I like the pick.
You do.
All right, let's
this is the exact thing
let's
that
go.
I was talking about. Yeah.
This goes back to, I think like every NFL draft analyst we had on said that there isn't like a defined number 1 on most teams anymore because you need so
Every
many
single
guys.
analyst we had on,
That's
film
the
guy,
first thing.
that's the first thing
Yeah.
they said about it when you brought it up, because that was a huge critique. Like, okay, well, he drew number 2 coverage in college because he wasn't the 1.
Right.
Would Malik Neighbors be the 1 at Ohio State right now?
No.
I don't think so
No,
either.
it's not like. And then so going back
Jeremiah
to his
Smith
year.
immediately becomes one of the best receivers in the game.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Go look at the NFL number 1s around the league. I think there's probably 20 teams that Jeremiah Smith would instantly become their number one option.
No, but stay right there at Ohio State. Marvin Harrison Jr., Emeka Egbuka were the ones right there when Carnell Tate came in. Next year,
Carnell Tate talked about everything he learned from Emeka to us.
Exactly. That's what you're supposed to do. That's grow and develop. The year after that, Jeremiah Smith came in, and Emeka was still there. 2,000-yard receivers. Who are you taking passes from those two, and you still had 52 catches?
Now, listen, he may not work out. I don't know. He may become the best receiver in the game. I don't know. But in terms of, like, those points right there, they're flawed.
It's a freak of nature about to come out in the NFL draft next year. And that is Jeremiah Smith. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And just like he talked about, JSN, all of these guys, Chris Olave, like all these guys, dog, they work their way into it. And like Babsy said, like if Calvin Ridley falters, the way I think Cornell Tate spoke and the potential he could have, hey, yeah, he's going to get the number one spot. I don't see why he wouldn't. I think Wan'Dale Robinson, if we were going 1, 2, 3, Wan'Dale Robinson is fine with being the slot, whatever number you want to put on top of him.
Yeah, I think he would prefer some reps outside.
Yeah, no question.
But he's going to be a slot receiver.
Come on, man.
So,
you're not getting picked number 4 to go be the number 4.
To our point, if Calvin Ridley is injury-free, you've got Calvin Ridley, you've got Wan'Dale Robinson in the slot, and you've got Cornell Tate outside.
What are we talking about?
Why do we have to define them?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
You don't.
No, I'll tell you who.
I mean, Cam can define them if he wants.
That's it.
Cam can define them
There's
on
only
who
one
he can
person
hit,
that's going to be
the
defining
connection.
anybody. And it's Cam. You're exactly right, Babsy. Exactly right. That's the only person going to be. And you know how you get defined? By doing what you did in college, having 0 drops. I'm going to come to you every single time.
Next year's wild.
Like what?
Next year's wild with regard to wide receiver because you got Jeremiah Smith, but you've also got Cam Coleman.
Yeah.
Who's going to be
one
of the elite receivers in the NFL the minute he steps on the field.
I'm so bitter every time you say his name.
You're going to hear it all year.
I know. I don't blame or fault Malik for that opinion.
No, because
I'm totally fine with him giving that opinion.
For sure. And it's in the moment as it's happening.
There's a lot of people that are ripping him, and they're like, "Oh, he should keep his mouth shut." Whatever. Yep. I'm like, that's his opinion.
Yeah,
I'm fine with him giving an opinion.
Absolutely. What I did love was one of his peers going back at him and having something to back it up. Like,
and say, "Okay, well,
like Michael Parsons know the history too."
Yeah.
He puts
what I mean?
back,
So I like that.
Which leads to a great conversation.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well,
I love it when guys do that.
For Micah Parsons, he played against those Ohio State teams, so like he saw firsthand what those wide receiver groups at Ohio State were made of.
Yeah, that's serious.
I mean, it's not just one guy and then a bunch of average dudes. It is studs from top to bottom.
Yep. Like Savage said, Marvin Harrison Jr. hasn't lived up to number 1 expectations, but we all thought he was going to be one.
That's a great
would have bet on it.
And he got drafted, 4th overall, too?
Yeah, he also had a PlayStation guy throwing him the ball.
That's also true.
And then Jacoby Brissett.
No. But he was
not ideal.
He was dropping them, too. That was his problem. His drops. He had the yips.
Yeah.
Like you talked about.
So a lot of people saying that Tate was a reach, and obviously that's exactly what Malik was saying, that he's a reach at 4.
Mm-hmm.
What did
where would he have gone though? Where he's not a reach?
Hey,
7, 8. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
before you say that,
I think he would have gone 5. Had the Titans taken Arvell Reese, he would have gone 5 to the Giants. And he would have been with Malik Neighbors.
The Chiefs.
It's about need, man.
And I bet Malik would be like, he's a great number 2 for me.
Yeah, like that's it comes down to need. Like, what do you need in that spot? Don't necessarily mean like you could have four wide receivers that. The number 1 wide receiver may not have been taken. They may need a speed guy right there. I mean, you never know, dog.
Yeah.
Need is everything.
Although all the teams like to tell us that they don't draft based on need because that gets you in trouble.
Need has a percent chance, though. Like, there's a percentage of that pick that was need.
Yeah.
Always. It's not like you're going to take 4 offensive guards because they're the best on the board.
I'm cool with the Tate pick. I'm right there with it.
So the Chiefs, who traded up from 9 to 6 with Cleveland, I got to find the audio, but their general manager, Brett Veach, actually mentioned that
we talked about it on Friday.
Yeah, that they were looking at Tate. So say they trade back behind 6. What if the Chiefs took Tate there and then you're left without the top 2 offensive guys?
I mentioned that on Friday. The Chiefs were trying to trade up to get Cornell Tate. The Titans took him at 4. They were surprised. So then they went with the next player on the board and they traded up, and that was Mansour Delaney, which I know different position, but next player on the board is what he said. So they were surprised. What did Greg Cosell say about Cornell Tate before the draft? This is his response to people who call Tate a wide receiver 2.
You know what? To me, that's not really relevant because I'm looking at the player and his traits and his attributes.
Yeah.
And by the way, the NFL game has changed. You know, there's not that strict delineation anymore between a number 1 receiver, a number 2 receiver. because there's the way that offense is run now, there's so much pre-snap movement. There's so much more formation variation. There's so much more what we call reduced splits or cut splits where receivers line up closer to the formation. So this idea of years ago where you had an X receiver who lined up, to the boundary, and you had a Z receiver who lined up to the field, and you had just a slot receiver and that's all he did. Those days are kind of, I'm not saying that never happens. Of course it does. But that's not the way pass offenses are put together in today's NFL. So, this idea of being a 1 or a 2 or, I saw some people say, how do you draft a receiver in the first round who was never the number 1 receiver on his team? That's not really relevant to me. You have to look at what the player is and then project and transition him to the NFL. And I think I told you guys yesterday that he would have been my, even though I don't make lists, he would have been my number 1 receiver in this draft.
In this draft?
He said that before the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So Richie's in here. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Titans could draft a kicker at number 1, and Cassell would support it. He said that before the draft.
Yeah.
No, that was on Friday.
Oh, that was on Friday.
That was on Friday.
Well, he said the same thing.
But before the draft, he was up on him.
A kicker at one. Oh, Cosell. He meant Costello.
He wrote Costello, but he meant Cosell. Yeah, Cosell will tell you. He puts no emotion into it at all. He just watches film.
Yeah.
And he does have not great things to say about players.
Yep.
Not personally, obviously, and he'll make that point, but based on the film. So that was a consistent take from him on Carnell Tate during this entire process. 615-737-1045. You want in? Brian in Nashville. Brian, what up?
Hey, Mayor, thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
A question or a statement and then a question.
Mm-hmm.
The statement, my knee-jerk reaction, I think, along with a lot of Titans fans, was, oh, my gosh, here we go again with Corey Davis. And that was only because we've been conditioned so long with so many bad draft picks.
I understand that.
And
I understand
it's not that Tate, we're waiting for him to prove it, of course.
Of course.
But we've been conditioned so many times with bad picks. It was the automatic knee-jerk reaction to say, oh, here we go again.
Right, and I think it's important to put into your brain about the fact that this is Borgonzi's second draft. He had nothing to do with Corey Davis. He had nothing to do with all this Titans PTSD stuff that we all have going on. But I get it for sure.
That's not fair to Tate either.
Right.
Question. I heard early Saturday morning before Tate came on with the high school stuff on Saturday, they said some reporter somewhere made the statement that Tate was the single worst NFL draft in NFL draft history. Did any of y'all hear that?
No.
Nah, I think we will hear some of that though, because some people want to be the first to the punch and a lot of things.
Yeah.
And also get people to listen.
Thank y'all.
Yep, no doubt.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Yes, I think you never find anyone that's necessarily going to play it down the middle when giving out takes to get attention. It's either going to be extreme or the latter. You know what I mean? So I just can't. Some people just don't listen to. Some people just talk. Some people just got a mouth and they'll just start saying stuff out of it.
I'm anxious to see what he is as a player in the NFL level.
I'm still standing.
No drops last year. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous.
I'm still standing where we were standing at coming into the draft.
Mm-hmm.
We all said, once this draft is over, whether your person is drafted or not, whether it's Sonny Styles, whether it's Arvell Reeves, whether it's Jeremiah Love, Ruben Banger, like whoever it is, that's why I was so on board of not trading back. Like, you can't miss right here. Out of these top 5 guys that they've continued, Mendoza, Styles, Reese, Jeremiah Love, Tate. Those were the 5. Any way you want to cut it in this draft right here, with one of those top picks, that's where you couldn't miss that, and you could feel comfortable walking away saying, all right, let's go see what they can do.
615-737-1045. You want in? Zach wants in. Joey wants in. Chris Lowe coming up at 5:20, and we'll talk with him about the story that's out there that Zeph's been hitting on the top of the hour breaks. Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby checked himself into a residential treatment program for gambling addiction.
Crazy.
And it is a crazy story. We'll talk with Chris Lowe about that. Also get his take on Diego Pavia and Joey Aguilar and where they ended up. Which player did he cover that he's most interested to follow through this first few years of their career? 615-737-1045. Are you a startup, an entrepreneur, or growing a small business? Maybe you're doing that. Finding the right workspace shouldn't mean selling or settling for a noisy cookie-cutter co-working space. Your business deserves better. Welcome to eSpaces. eSpaces.com. My guy Pirtle and his crew have created a great company you need to check out. eSpaces.com. We are not just another shared desk. They are your premier professional office solution. Whether you're a solo entrepreneur or a team of 20, they are dedicated to helping you find the perfect fit for your business to thrive. But what truly sets you apart, eSpaces can do it. eSpaces.com. eSpaces is a proudly locally owned and operated company. Visit eSpaces.com to book your tour today. That's eSpaces.com. They have private offices, team suites, meeting rooms that are fully equipped, 24/7 access, flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpaces provides flexibility without compromise. You can check them out, eSpaces.com. Tours available now. Reserve your space early. 15 Middle Tennessee locations. You can see them all online, eSpaces.com. 3HL 1045 The Zone. The draft is in the books. Your thoughts, 615-737-1045. Against severe weather potential tonight, potentially involving tornadoes. Head on a swivel. Nash Severe WX on X. Great follow. 10 p.m. to like 5, 6 in the morning. Head on a swivel. Zach next up on 3HL. Zach, what up?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Man, I don't know if Coach Sell, y'all are talking about number 1, number 2 receivers, and I mean, I get it with the scheme, but the bankroll tells the whole story. I mean, is Jamar Chase, is he number 1?
Of course he is, but how many Jamar Chases are there? You could count like 7 of them.
Right.
I don't even think you can count 7.
So if 25 NFL teams don't have guys like that, I get what you're saying. There are clear number 1s that are out there. There is no question about it.
Yeah, and
Justin Jefferson
wants to be paid like one, though. George Pickens wants to be paid like one. That's why they got C.D. Lamb locked up, and the Cowboys are in a rock and hard spot. I'll hang up and listen, guys.
Your point's valid.
Yeah, great point. But I think that's part of it for George Pickens. Like everybody said, the potential has always been there, but you ain't been consistent enough to be the wide receiver number 1. So once payday comes up and you get traded to Dallas, they couldn't wait to get you out of Pittsburgh. Then you get down there and it's about to be payday. And guess what? Even if you are a number 1, it's another one over there named C.D. Lamb who's playing like it had been playing consistently. So now that your numbers show that way, the reason they don't want to get to you, one, for saving money, but the other one is, what you going to do after you get the bankroll?
Yeah, I'm glad he made that point because,
you know what I'm saying?
Because we didn't. But, I mean, there's how many of
we
those
went
guys
through this.
are out
No,
there?
we went through this, I want to say in January. You know what I mean? When we started talking about how many real number 1s are there out there. And you start to look at the numbers and consistently, man, it's not a lot of them. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it go, man. I ain't no ifs, ands, or buts to it, really. But I mean, it's just what it is. Like that's hard to do. A number 1, like.
I think I'm just surprised at the number of people the number of Titans fans that are unhappy with a weapon for Cam Warren.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand it.
And that's why I go back
I don't know that it's crazy, but it is surprising.
It's surprising to me. And and that's why I go back to, okay, where would you be okay with a Carnell Tate going in the draft? Like, I mean,
there has to be a spot.
If you're talking like 8 or 9 or 10, it wasn't that much of a reach.
But that's the other point.
And I also think if Jeremiah Love was there, they would have taken him.
3-4 years from now, if he's a player, he's a player. If he's not, he's not. It doesn't matter if he went 4 or 10 or 12.
Correct.
Regardless.
It won't matter.
If you got him as
it matters right now.
Brown. It's like
also, the people that are like, oh, the worst first-round draft pick ever for the Titans. No, that will always be Isaiah Wilson. Always.
It would never, ever compare.
It will not change.
Start there.
No, it's
start
and stop there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not even go nowhere after.
You could tattoo that one.
Yeah, that was.
How many snaps did he play? Like 4?
3, I think, but they were all special teams, weren't they?
2 were definitely special teams.
Yeah.
It is a shame.
That time.
I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba,
yep,
who started out as a slot receiver in the NFL.
Behind DK.
Jamar Chase.
Yep.
C.D. Lamb, Justin Jefferson.
And the other part is, though, when you go through this, is how are you able to perform consistently year in and year out? You can have number 1 potential, wide receiver 1 potential, but if you don't play up to it, you're not wide receiver 1. You just have the potential. And until this young man gets on the field and shows it, that's what he is. He was taking number 4. He wasn't taking number 4 to come sit on the bench. He was taking on the number 4 to be an immediate impact for your number 1 overall quarterback, number 1 overall pick in Cam Ward. That's why I said, if you go and you take offense, and it's not Jeremiah Love, I specifically remember saying this before the draft. If you take an offensive player, we say, what if they take Tate? It is not Jeremiah Love. You are now shifting the responsibility
to your
quarterback, the number 1 overall pick, to start to make other guys around him better. Them help him, but them most definitely help them and elevate their games. Calvin really, regardless if we like him or not, he's proven in this league. Wan'Dale Robinson, if you like him, he may be too little. He's just fat. He's proven in this league, and especially in this system. Carnell Tate, the man had no drops. What else are you looking for out of a wide receiver? 0 drops as a wide receiver. Let's just stay on that.
And playing at Ohio State.
Come on, man.
Like this is not a Western Michigan.
Yeah, this ain't
schedule. That
this
also,
ain't the Jackrabbit.
Can we stop comparing him to Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson? That was on the greatest offense in college football history.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys. Like, what are we doing?
But also, like, those guys, Jeremiah Smith goes in that group.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
We have no idea what Carnell Tate's going to be. The thing about it to me that I think is interesting and entertaining is I love having conversations like this, and I love hearing all of the opinions and the angles and all those things. But I go back to what Bab said. It's kind of surprising to me that you immediately write a guy off. You haven't seen him with Dayball. You haven't seen him with this system. These guys that are in the front, in head coach, general manager, they haven't been a part of all of these things that have gotten a lot of Titans fans in their heads. You know what I mean?
Scarred, man.
It's like when James Franklin came to Vanderbilt, and the first question at the press conference was, this team hasn't won and blah, 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 because he was talking pretty big about how they were going to win. And he's like, what does any of that losing have to do with me? And that's what Robert Saleh is thinking.
No question. But that's what Dayball was thinking, too. You heard Malik Neighbors even said, I played, even with him knocking him, he said, I played in this system. You're probably going to do good in this system.
Here's another thing.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing that stood out to me most about that Malik Neighbors stuff is him saying, oh, yeah, he'll do great in Dayball's system.
It's just going to take a minute. But he said it's going to take a minute because it's intricate.
Well, we saw it.
I go back to my brother. I said this on Friday, keeps up with the Titans or whatever just because he knows I'm a fan. But his response, he was like, I can't believe they went Carnell Tate at 4, blah, blah. And he was like, well, it's safe.
And that's why I wouldn't trade back.
That's a safe pick.
What if they tried to trade back and couldn't? I mean, we don't know that either.
What if they traded back and both Carnell Tate and Jordan Tyson were gone? Yep. Then who are you picking?
I'm glad they didn't trade back.
Probably the offensive guard from Penn State.
I mean, and then you know what we have heard? You know what we would have heard all day today, Friday?
This is the beauty of what we all do as we sit here as an entire city, all together. We're all doing this together.
Yes.
Not just the three of us. If you're listening, you're interacting with the show, whatever. We're all doing this together.
Yes, we are.
People were going to bitch about whomever they took. Because that's the nature of where we are sometimes.
You know what we shouldn't be? IEs.
I was thinking about Coach Mack.
Coach Mack, instant evaluators.
Instant evaluators. Yeah, so, as far as we're concerned, I told you I was going to be excited with whomever they pick because that's the nature of my personality. And that's just me.
Yeah, you're Mr. Positive.
Yeah, but in reality, it's wait and see. Let's see what... Like, why do we have to anoint the guy in the Hall of Fame or write him completely off right now?
All I know is...
he hadn't even put on Titans pads yet. Or a jersey.
As a Titans fan, strictly as a Titans fan, I am tired of not having wide receivers, of not having players that can help your quarterback, of not being able to stretch the field. All of that. So... I'm thrilled with it.
Let's go back to 1963? In the history of this franchise,
I don't know about going back that far.
How many number one receivers have they had? They're not just over there on a tree and let's bring this guy in. He's a number one receiver.
Let's pick him off.
They're hard to find, man. And unfortunately for the Titans, they were drafting fourth this year.
Nope.
Had they been drafting number one next year, you got a legit number one from the jump, Jeremiah Smith. I think that's safe to say for everyone.
Not only are they hard to find, sometimes they're hard to keep, i.e. A.J. Brown.
But keep this in mind, too. What in a perfect world for me, with Carnell Tate, he would be worked in as he needs to be without the responsibility of even being a wide receiver one. Why? Because You got Calvin Ridley.
And you got to earn it.
Calvin Ridley's the wild card right
You
now.
know what I'm saying?
What is he going to be?
Do you have to get bumped up to have to put that stuff on your shoulders, then be able to carry that load, or will he do it?
I think the biggest question with Carnell Tate is how long does it take him? Because he's initially going to be splitting reps with Alec Eilmaner. So how long does it take for him to beat him out? If it takes a long time, then that's one thing. If it doesn't take very long, then that's another thing. Doesn't mean he's evaluated still properly at that point, but that is one thing to look for in the offseason.
People get drafted year by year, and year by year you got to look over your shoulder. Someone is coming to take your spot
every year.
It is I don't give a damn if it's the number 1 pick or the 999th pick. You're not getting my spot as a veteran.
What was Eilmaner's reaction when he saw the Titans go wide receiver at 4?
Let's get it on.
Let's go.
Yeah, what?
I mean, these are competitors.
That's so. If he fails, if he don't fit, dog, that means somebody got better in front of him. That's the other part.
That's a good point.
Like, come on, man. It's the league.
We desperately need to break. Lots of people on hold. We've got one line open if you want it, 615-737-1045. We make no mistake, and hear us when we say this, we love this discussion.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Come on with it.
615-737-1045. Babs, battered Titan Center, BTS. That's what I was looking for earlier. Gupton Motors, your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Check out the latest Jeep lineup, adventure-ready SUVs built for Tennessee roads. Ram trucks with the power, the capability, the toughness to get the job done. Stylish, comfortable Chrysler cars, perfect for everyday driving. Sprinter vans, they have those as well. Huge selection of new vehicles and a team that makes buying easy. Exciting news, a brand new, bigger, and better Gupton Motors location is coming soon. The new location right up the road, making it even easier to visit. Check them out online, GuptonMotors.com. All the dealership information is there, address, phone number. All of the inventory is there, new and pre-owned. Tremendous selection of pre-owned vehicles. All the deals they have going on in the month of April right there, GuptonMotors.com. Just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville, 3450 Tom Austin Highway. Experience the difference at Gupton Motors in Springfield. For the best buying experience, you got to go to Gupton.
Good afternoon. It is 5:05. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. The 2026 NFL Draft is concluded, and 8 new Titans are joining here in Nashville. Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate, Auburn defensive end Keldrick Falk, Texas linebacker Anthony Hill Jr., Arkansas guard Fernando Carmona, Penn State running back Nick Singleton, Baylor defensive tackle Jackie Marshall, Indiana center Pat Coogan, and Oklahoma tight end Jaron Kanak. According to the Titans, who just put out the media advisory, that the Titans rookie minicamp is this weekend, May 1st through 2nd. Players will be available on Friday afternoon. In college football news today, Texas Tech transfer quarterback Brendan Sorsby taking a leave of absence from the program after checking into a residential treatment program for a gambling addiction. According to the school, Sorsby's decision came in the wake of the discovery of him making thousands of online bets via a sports gambling app, which jeopardizes his eligibility with Texas Tech due to the NCAA's rules that forbid athletes from betting on college and pro sports. For our foundation repair, whatever you need, all you need to visit is USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty with you on a Monday afternoon in the Music City. Hope you're having a great day. It is a beautiful day in the Music City.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
It is for now.
Why we got all these accidents downtown?
Waymos.
Oh, you think it's Waymo's fault?
Allegedly.
All these videos of Waymos rolling around.
I'm allegedly a Waymo.
All these Waymos, they're the car equivalent of Don's one-eyed groundhog.
It's just going.
Yeah, you just don't know where they're going. Like literally, you stand at a crosswalk and there's a Waymo over there. You gotta keep all eyes, both of your eyes on it at all times. You have no idea what that thing's about to do.
You better, because they'll curve. Do you ever ride past it and not look in it?
No.
I look in it every time.
To see if there's a driver?
Y'all still think I'm crazy for riding in one?
You are.
Yep.
That might be the only time though.
Like you're crazy, or
we were just going down
you
to
can't
Broadway.
relax in one.
Oh man,
we were just going down Broadway.
You always got to have your eyes peeled.
We were just going down Broadway, but there were still things that popped up where you're like, okay, what's going to happen here? He's got to get over. And then he changes lanes, and why am I calling him a he? I don't know.
Maybe it's a girl.
Yeah, it might be.
Could be alien.
But the thing starts to get over into the next lane, and I'm like looking like, is anybody there?
Yeah, because ain't nobody else look. You ain't seen nobody else look. You like, man, maybe I ought to look. At least I got to look. If the car ain't going to look.
Also, if I look over there and see a car, what am I going to do about it?
Scream.
That is very true. Like,
I think they can hear you, can't they?
You can't do anything.
Can they hear you?
I don't think so.
They can talk to you.
Can they?
Can they?
It's somebody at the office.
I don't know if they talk to you.
I'm telling you, they better talk to you.
Where's the office?
Down there. That could be anywhere. It could be in any basement. Yeah.
Is it an office full of nobody?
Basements full of nobody.
Are we sure the little guy driving it from whatever remote he's at is in the United States?
Yeah.
That's
a good question. Is he drinking?
Do they know the U.S. laws of driving? Wait, so you're saying that can they get arrested for drunk, like remote control driving?
You can't find them.
Stop, Zev.
Can't find them.
Isn't it all? It's all like computerized. Right?
It's all computerized. There is a place that theoretically I've heard that can take it over if they need to.
I saw a policeman move one downtown.
He got in it, moved it.
Yep.
What?
It was stuck. It didn't know where to go. Like people come in, they like.
So the cop was like, "I'm gonna fix this."
Like a lot of people in life.
Dog, exactly. You know how the people.
So like law enforcement has right to
override.
You know how when it get late downtown and the officers come out and just start controlling the crosswalks and telling the cars, "Hey man, you got to stop." The Waymo, I guess, didn't know. Like, is this like a real person, a real police officer? So it stopped when it was about to turn, and they had cars behind
like
the block.
right in the middle of the intersection.
Yeah. And I guess they had to call somebody, and the police opened the car door and got in and drove it on up, and then I guess got out, let it go on about his own.
Oh my gosh!
Like make it home. Make it safe.
Although I'm not going to lie, I probably could have used that for my parking job here in this parking lot.
You're saying the Waymo can park better than you?
Yeah.
Will the Waymo hit something?
Maybe, but...
I mean, it hit a guy that called us and
Okay,
told
to be
us.
fair, Dawn, it did hit somebody.
Yeah,
you're right.
and ran.
Hit and ran.
Yeah, at least you didn't run.
No, I didn't. I straight
came
walked
in.
up there
You
and
owned
told
it. You
Bill.
owned it up. You owned up to it.
He hit that guy
I
that
didn't
called
have a
us,
choice.
and
I had to own that.
then the guy at the office in Argentina, wherever he was, took over. Said, "We're getting out of here, buddy."
You picked Argentina?
I don't. Denmark. Babs is here, y'all.
What up?
What up, man?
Happy Monday, y'all. Twitch, please. We Zeph has talked about it in his update like a million times, but we haven't hit on the Brandon Sorsby.
Yeah.
We're going to do that with Chris Lowe.
Like, he just straight threw his career away.
This man's silly.
I mean,
So I saw.
He's in rehab.
Yeah.
well, that's a reaction to
Yeah. You
try and
get ahead
help
of
you
it.
later down the line.
So I saw a thing that said that he was going to Cincinnati Reds baseball games and betting on pitches, like every pitch.
Wow, Slay. You ever done that?
Like he had thousands of online bets placed.
That don't sound like
And
a
like
bad
he was
idea.
he wasn't throwing like crazy money on it. Like he was throwing like $1 to $3 on it. But
what
like
a terrible way to lose your career.
Yeah, that's
but
At
like
least go
every
big.
pitch. At least go big, make some money out of it. Like what are you doing?
Like, breaks my heart. You know, I love me some Sorsby, but also, I don't have an issue with college athletes bet. I mean, it's legal. I don't have an issue with them betting as long as it's not on their sport.
Well, he did bet on Indiana Hoosiers games when he was on the roster.
Okay. Well, there you go.
That's the bad part.
You gone.
Yeah. Ain't no.
But he didn't play, did he?
No, and he bet on them to win is what I read. Like he was not betting on them to lose. So
Yeah.
Okay,
I
well,
think
here's
you
my
should be able to
response to
earn-
that.
That doesn't matter though because
Yeah.
you have inside
Yeah,
information. I
But
mean, like
here's my
as a
response to that.
broadcaster, we get it's like when you
Yeah,
work
who
a
you
basketball
playing?
game, you get inside information that normally you wouldn't have.
That's why you don't do that during the season.
Yep.
Back to Sorsby, though. He bet on his team to win. Okay, did he bet on every game? Because if there were games that he didn't bet on, then that's him betting them to lose in his own head. So does that make sense?
I don't think he bet on every game because of the wording of the tweet. I'll have to dig into it just to confirm
Right. So
that.
if you don't bet on the game, that's you thinking they're going to lose. Because if you thought you were going to win, you would bet. That makes sense. Slay Dog's here.
I'm in the building.
A little slow.
Sorry.
Nah, Waymo grab control.
Sorry.
Waymo grab control of the board.
Hey.
I would do Waymo again.
Would you?
Mm-hmm.
Only down to downtown though.
It's very exciting.
Yeah. See, I don't want to be excited when I'm being
I want to
transported
be
somewhere.
excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to be calm and cool.
I just want to chill. Also, back to the Sorsby thing, Texas
Yeah.
Tech has to have, there's something in that contract, right?
Yep.
Got to be.
So I was
Like
thinking
a morality clause.
bingo.
Something, yeah.
Once you break, it's kind of like what Kansas State tried to use against the coach, the basketball coach, to get him out, saying bring in
Oh, yeah.
bad. What was it? Attention. or
yeah,
whatever
that's
it
because
was
he criticized. Remember, he criticized something in like a press conference.
Yeah, the players.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
saying that
roster.
they were like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
his team.
Yeah, it's like, yep. So I think that would be. It's got to be an out. Like,
got to be
defaming the school or something.
So for Texas Tech, their backup quarterback Will Hammond.
He just came off torn ACL.
10 days ago, he started throwing again.
Oh, gosh.
I love that.
10 days ago, he started throwing again. And now this, and now that guy's in line to be their starter.
I mean, you go from national title contender, you think, with what you did in the portal, right?
Yeah.
To
Maybe they could do what the NBA does or college basketball does and get one of these guys that didn't get drafted
from the NFL.
Oh, why couldn't you?
Right?
Hey, don't put it past
No,
him.
it's yeah.
Or they don't like where they
at
were
least
drafted.
semi-pro.
Yeah.
I guess people still being being grabbed out the portal from professional teams in Europe.
We will talk about Sorsby with Chris Lowe and get his take on it. Other notable undrafted free agents, linebacker Reed Williford, Ravens. He played at Charlotte. He's from here. Played high school football at CPA. Linebacker Theron Gaines, Bills, played at Tennessee Tech. Quarterback Haynes King, Panthers, played at Georgia Tech, of course. Linebacker West Weeks.
Toughest son of a gun ever.
West Weeks, remember?
Yeah.
Colts, played at LSU. Joey Aguilar, Jaguars, of course. Jackson Moy, another Tennessee player. Rams. Quarterback Jalen Daniels. Y'all know I love that guy in college football. Yeah. Kansas, played at Kansas, went to Tampa.
He played like 10 years.
Yeah, went to Tampa. He took your advice.
See? I don't think it's going to work for him, though. But.
And Diego Pavia from Vanderbilt went to the Ravens. There you go.
I'm glad he got his shot. Did you see the Tom Pelissaro report about him?
Yeah, but I couldn't tell if that was real or somebody doctored it.
Oh. Okay. I didn't look that close, so I won't comment on it then.
It was such a weird quote, even for Diego. Women's softball tonight, huge series. Number 9 Tennessee got pounded by number 2 Alabama Saturday, 12-0. Tennessee took game 2 yesterday, 2-0. Deciding game 3 is tonight, 6 o'clock on the SEC Network.
That game's got moved back or something? Weather or something?
I don't know. Did it?
Is this softball or baseball?
Softball.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Tennessee did win the series against Alabama. Mm-hmm. Thanks for bringing that up.
You're welcome, Joe.
You're here for it. Usually it's Zephdog
that forces it. You're here for any win over Alabama.
Usually it's Zephdog that forces that Tennessee stuff in here.
We need to win badly.
Did you enjoy the baseball series?
I did. The Friday was awesome.
The doubleheader?
Doubleheader.
Yes.
Won both games. Dominated both games. Hey, how much fun did Thatcher and Travis have?
Mr. Babs and my stepson went because he had a soccer tournament on Saturday in Knoxville, and they had a ball.
They
said stadium's awesome, like atmosphere's great. I mean, loved it because Mr. Babs was not excited initially about going.
What did they think of the new stadium? I haven't been there since they've done all the renovations.
Loved it. Yeah. They said it was a really, really good time.
Pictures look great.
Yeah.
615-737-1045. You okay over there?
No, Mr. Babs, don't never be unexcited to go to Knoxville to a sporting event. What's wrong with you? Yeah, like you've been winning championships year after year after year.
It's like a crazy busy week, and he's like, now we're going to a baseball
No, it's
game.
like IU's been winning championships over and over. Just because you got a chip to go to, like, come on, man.
We got 2 guys out east.
I know, they're like snots all of a sudden.
Like, now, come on.
Which guy out east are we going with first, Zephdog, 5 or 6?
Ask me. What's the names?
Dre and Darrington.
Dre. Darrington, we put Darrington on. Darrington going to come in some way. Although Darrington's
his
last call was on point.
Yep.
We're going to go to Dre, though.
Dre out east. Dre, what up?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope y'all doing good.
Yes, sir. Dre.
Amen. Just wanted, I guess, to extend the conversation about what Neighbors said, which is, it's so stupid because there's so many receivers in the league that are number ones that weren't number ones or did not go to big schools and are number ones. DK wasn't the number one at Ole Miss to A.J. Brown. So it's just crazy what he said. Also, Titans fans, they're annoying, so we can't even listen to most Titans fans because they're going to complain about any and everything. Any good, any bad, it don't matter. Whatever the team does, most of them are going to find a problem with it. So that's pretty much all. But I did want to do this, Big Slay. I'm from Nashville, born and raised, and I just want to give you your props, man. You represent the city so well, coming out of North Nashville. Doing big things, the way you go on ESPN and again represent Nashville. I just want to give you your props, your flowers. Also, your mom, she comes to Napier Community Center a lot. Yeah. My daughter plays for Good Squad basketball out that way. Yeah. For Coach Chantel Blakely, who went to Antioch, big time ball out of Antioch at that time. But she talks to the girls. She teaches them a lot. And she's real big on community. So I just want to give the Slay family big props. And, man, I appreciate you.
Appreciate that, man.
Hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah.
Aww,
Thank you, Dre.
There you go, Lolo. Man, listen, Lolo is like a community activist.
Your mama?
Well, what? For all the kids. That's why I was like, she had 7, but, dude,
but she has
every kid
7 million.
in the whole city. And it don't stop. Like, me and my sister and them had begged her, like, Mama, why don't you just be cool? Like, relax.
Be cool.
Nope. She over in Napier Projects getting to it.
She doesn't need to do that.
No, she don't.
So the one time I met her was at Hattie B's. She was at a show. Didn't even know she was at the show until about 5:40. And Slay's like, oh, yeah, that's my mom. I'm like, she's sitting in the way back. She didn't even come say hi. We got to put her on air. And she was like, oh, no.
She don't want no parts of
She
it.
wanted no part of it.
No. Let's see what Darrington out east has.
Come on with it, Darrington.
Let's
All
go,
right,
D.
Darrington.
Hey, fair east side. If you put another east side on there, I'm a graciously bow. If you would have said that caller was from Memphis, I would have called a Better Business Bureau.
I wouldn't have let him through.
Damn, that. Not no. And speaking of which, hey, I just want to know, how do you feel about Adam Silver coming out saying that Memphis will be playing home games in Nashville going forward?
Yeah.
And there are some private investors that want to move the Grizzlies down here to Nashville. Hey, Memphis, y'all got Graceland still, don't you? We won't step away from that might be in Nashville. Hey, and do you think the process is over? Because I don't think nobody can trust that no more. I think it's sick. So I just want to know your thought of, I'm like about the playoffs, basketball. That draft stuff was all cute, but the playoffs are going on.
It is,
Crown that
man.
king. Y'all be great.
Thank you, Darrington.
I'll give you that, Darrington.
I'll say this. That whole Memphis and Nashville and Grizzlies and NBA thing is weird
It is.
now.
Heating up, too.
And look, I don't think there's any way they take the NBA out of Memphis, but it is a weird storyline with all the NBA players talking about how much they don't like going there. And then now the commissioner wants to, the Memphis people. What do you mean play regular season games in Nashville?
Crazier things have happened.
To me, if I'm getting in a conspiracy theory type deal like Babs over there, that feels like they're prepping the market.
I agree.
For a move.
I agree.
I'm not saying they're going to, but that's what it feels like.
They're doing something.
Chris Lowe coming up next. We'll talk about that Sorsby deal. And what about Juke? Where's he going to go? Is he going to go to Tennessee? We'll ask him next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What's happening, y'all? It's Brentwood Jewelry coming to you live and directed. 7012 Church Street East. You walk in that store, man, you just going to be eyes wide because they got so many things for you to pick from. Just go around and kind of browse and see exactly what you like, from the rings, the earrings, to bracelets, to watches, to chains. I got everything, man. And then when it comes to the engagements, they're going to help you lock it all the way in, whether it's you helping you pop the question or setting up the environment for you to do it in. They also want to be involved. How involved do they want to be? How involved do you want to be? You can always step all the way out of it and just let her go crazy. But when it comes to the watches, you haven't already heard, Nashville's premier timepiece dealer is Brentwood Jewelry. Not only do they have the best selection in watches, but they also are the go-to spot for pre-owned Rolexes, vintage or current models. So I want to find one today. But you got to go to 7012 Church Street East, located in Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for over 50 years.
This is a different court, Blair. Same result, Slay. Okay, Blair. See, that's Tyler Tanner. See, Tyler Tanner's in the house now.
Let's see what you got. Jerry's out, Blair.
Blair, come on. Okay, Blair, just come sit down. Come on, Blair, stop. You're going to get hurt. Blair, get off the court. That's enough.
What's the verdict, Blair?
The courtroom is where I play ball. Boy, Durham, injury law, and that ain't got no roof.
It's Ramon Foster, and I'm with Aaron from United Structure Systems. Man, they came by today to check out my house. If there's anything, any issues, small or big, you're going to fill us in there.
We can take care of it no matter what kind of problems. So first off, we'll just kind of take a look through your house and see what kind of issues you got going. You know, cracks in the brick, cracks in the drywall, weird spots in the floor, doors sticking, windows not opening properly. Once we identify those areas, we're going to do a thorough inspection around the outside, make sure there's no issues going on with that. And then once we look over it, we'll talk about what's going on, and hopefully we ain't got no issues, and then we'll go from there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mr. Foster, so we have looked at the issues that you brought up. We had the drywall in the attic up here above your bonus or your garage. You had some doors sticking.
I did.
Going in your bathroom. So we've inspected all that. We don't see any major structural concerns. So you're going to be one of our lucky good news customers today. There is some minor deflection there. That's not an uncommon thing. As any house is built, it's its biggest and its strongest the day that it's born. Right, and from that point, it just gets older, just like us. We ain't hopping up out of bed, taking off down the hallway, running upstairs anymore.
Not protecting quarterbacks anymore.
No.
Opening up late. We're done.
Your guard ain't there no more.
Okay,
so,
I got you.
So it just happens. It gets a little older and it starts to deflect. Now, there are some things we can do to kind of help adjust those doors, mainly adjusting in the door, which we don't necessarily do, and maybe doing some light shimming in the crawl space down there to address those sticking doors. But for now, no major issues there. We did talk about the grading in the back and some issues that we can take care of back there for you. But that's pretty much up in a nutshell. No big issues and you're good to go. So.
Awesome. So again, the way you deal with United Structural Systems is it's upfront, it's honest, and now I can sleep peacefully at night, okay?
Three 1045. So.
Ow.
Oh man, Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay.
Hey man, boy, we out here.
Yeah.
You look like a preacher. Wiping your brow. Laughing so hard.
Hey man, let's go to CeeLo.
Chris Lowe joins us now on 3HL. Slay's on one today, Chris.
Well, I got to have Slay's help, man. Slay, here you got the hair weave going on now.
Hey, Lo, man, listen.
He's gonna have a fro here.
I need to find something like that, man. I got a big bald spot right in the back.
Man, Lo, mine's about to be gone. It's gone, Lo. And I got to do the front and everything. I woke up, Lo, 3 hours into the procedure. I woke up to eat, and it was like, man, we kind of done.
To eat.
I mean, he was like, we kind of done. And he was like, you want anything else? I said, man, I'm going to be honest. You can do my whole entire front, bring my whole hairline back. So, man, I'm out here, boy. Give me about 2-3 more weeks, CeeLo.
Sexy, babe.
I gotta follow suit. See, Don, you You guys are lucky. Women don't have to worry about losing their hair.
That is not true. I lost all my hair when I had a baby, CeeLo.
Yeah, not like
what we
big
doing,
old round
Hussey.
spots in the back of your head. Though.
It does happen, though.
Yeah, Lo, not like us, Lo.
Where should we start? You had some things to say about a very desired basketball prospect on your podcast on Rocky Top Insider. Is Juke going to go to Tennessee, you think?
It's certainly all signs, and as I said last night, all my intel is it's Tennessee or the NBA. Now, he's still out there working out. I don't know anybody that I see or trust that says he's going to be a first-round draft pick. And here's the beauty of it now for kids like Juke. He come back and play at Tennessee and make more money he's going to make in the NBA as a second-round draft pick.
Right. Well, no guarantee.
There's nothing guaranteed. There's
no guaranteed contracts
money
outside the first round. That's right.
Tennessee's prepared to pay him about $4 million. And that slot's waiting on him. I think Coach Barnes is supposed to be meeting with him at some point. I think there could be something this week. May 27th is when those kids have to drop out if they're going to come back. Now, I don't know that Tennessee or anybody wants to wait that long. But, all signs point to it. And Michigan pushed pretty hard. North Carolina did. And, he's a North Carolina kid. I think they've been out of it for a while. But, hey, listen, man. These things in this day and age, with the money being spent, the money being doled out, as I said last night, you never say never. But there's a lot of optimism around that program that they're going to get him. He really all but committed to Tennessee coming out of high school.
Yeah.
And I know the mom's a big fan of Rick Barnes, the program, and he would really be the cherry on top because they've gone out. And it's not by coincidence. And they brought in guys who can score the basketball. And not only that, guys who can get their own shot. So I'll ask you this. How many times last year, and I was thinking about this today, I had talked to another guy in and around SEC hoops. Did you see Tennessee, when they had 5 on the floor at the same time, ever have more than 2 guys on the floor that could get their own shot? You never did.
No.
And we all know who the 2 are.
And I honestly,
the 2 were obviously Jacoby and Nate.
And Nate.
Yeah. But honestly, I ain't seen it in 3 years, CeeLo.
So next
of 2
year,
guys.
next year, if it does go through with Juke, and as I said, I think there's a pretty good chance it will. They're gonna have 3, 4, 5 guys who can do that. And it'll be different. You're not going to have the big lineup that they played last year, but you're going to have 4 or 5 guys that are 6'3", 6'4", to 6'8" that can go and get their shot. They can make threes, and I think that's the thing. How many times last year did people shadow Jacoby?
Yes.
And he had to take shots with 3-4 seconds on the shot clock because they just didn't. They didn't respect a lot of the people on the court. Now, I think this unit he's got coming in, you're not going to be able to do that.
No.
You're going to have guys that can score, guys that can get to the basket. And someone sent me a note, a stat today, the number of threes that the people who left the program. And listen, I'm not dissing any of those kids who left because they all got, for the most part, pretty good money. And you know what? This is their time.
Yep.
This is your time to go get your money. If you're Bishop Boswell, if you're Amari Evans, I don't know if those kids will ever play in the NBA. If you can go get 2, 3, 4 million, go do it, man.
Please.
But you look at the guys who left versus the guys who brought in, the number of threes made by the guys coming in versus the number of threes made by the guys that left, it's more than double. Same with scoring averages. And this will be a different type team. Now, you're going to always have to play defense for Rick.
Yep.
But you're going to see a different style next year. And they're going to play, I think, more up and down, and they're going to have guys that can get to the basket. Now they're going to have to rebound. I think they still are one big short.
Yeah.
And I know they're looking at a couple guys to bring in over and above Juke. So if they get Juke and one more guy, that'll be it, and they'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I think the cherry on top to that is, CeeLo, I think when you get a Tennessee team, that's what you always say walking into it. Man, it's going to be a physical game, dog. We got to strap up. But on the opposite end of that, this team's easy to guard because it's really only 2 guys you got to worry about. So that opens it up totally. Yeah, totally.
Still got to see the
Tennessee got a lot of mileage. Yeah, they got a lot of mileage last year. I like the rebound. They were a terrific offensive rebounding team.
Yep.
But they did not finish well in the paint.
Bingo.
They just didn't. And it's one thing to get a lot of offensive rebounds, but you got to finish those. So you're as I said, you're going to be playing a little bit differently. You have guys that can shoot, different guys who can get to the basket and finish. I don't know if you've seen many highlights on Terrence Hill, the kid who torched North Carolina last year. That kid can get to the glass and score.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a finisher. He's a guy in the mid-range. I know that in talking to some guys who coached against him last year and seeing some of his tape, he's one of those guys that just a score. And he's what they say, he's a bucket.
Yeah, a walking bucket. That's right. So,
that's what the kids say, yeah. Chris Lowe with us on 3.com at CeeLoFB on X.
CeeLo, this is a crazy story. Brendan Sorsby now in rehab for gambling issues. I don't even know where we start, but what do you know about what's going on? I have the list of punishments from the NCAA, and basically if it's over $800 that you've gambled, then you're pretty much screwed. But what do you know about the Sorsby case and what's going on there?
Well, there's been an investigation that's launched to sort of see, what's fact and what's fiction, and clearly there are some issues with that kid for him to be in, gambling rehab or treatment for gambling. And there's a report, an LN3 reported today, Pete Nakos, that he was at the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati betting, small amounts of money on balls and strikes. Now, if you're betting on balls and strikes at a baseball game, that's pretty hardcore. What it means for his future, very simply, is, and again, there are reports that he bet on his team. Now, he didn't play. I think he didn't play in those games, but he bet on his team. If you read the NCAA rules, it's pretty clear, that you're jeopardizing never playing again, and forfeiting the rest of your career. We'll see how it all plays out. The part that hits a little bit close to home is Tennessee was really interested in that kid.
Mm-hmm.
They visited with him, the family. He was a guy that was right there on the top of their radar, and they wanted to bring in a quarterback. He and Sam Levitt were both guys that they were interested in. And sometimes, what's the old Garth Brooks song, Unanswered Prayers?
Yeah.
Just imagine if he had come to Tennessee, what Tennessee's dealing with right now. So I hope for his sake that it's not as bad, and this is not just, or it's not just the tip of the iceberg. That it's something that, as far as his future, he can recover from. But that's something, betting on games as a college student, even when you don't play, is pretty serious. So we'll see where this investigation leads. There's so many parts of this story. He was a guy that, depending on who you believe, that got $5, $6, $7 million in NIL money to go to Texas Tech. So there's a lot there that he stands to lose. Money, his career, the Texas Tech backup quarterbacks coming off ACL injury. So, they're in a world of hurt right now, if he can't play anymore.
Now, do they, I would assume, but is there a clause in the Texas Tech contract, something like this, that saves their money, basically, if it is as serious as it sounds?
Yeah, all those contracts are written a little bit differently, Dawn. And the thing is, none of them are disclosed.
Right.
So you never know what for sure is in them. But I got to think, when you're paying that kind of cash, there's language in those contracts that you're covering yourself. Not so much with injury, because we've seen a bunch of times now where guys got injured. Javon McCoy is a great example of that, and didn't play a game and gets all his money. That's different, though. If you engage in something like this and put yourself in a situation where you can't play, you're ineligible to play, I got to think most of these contracts now, because it's evolved over the last couple of years, the way these contracts are written, that is a school or a collective, whoever's paying the money, you're going to figure out a way to get language in those contracts to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Is there a player that was drafted, Chris, that you are anxious to see, like, how the career path goes the next few years that maybe you covered?
Yeah, that's a good question. I tell you, not just because it's the Titans, but I saw Carnell Tate play a lot, a good bit of the last, couple of years. And he was a kid, man. Let's be honest. He was overshadowed because they had a dude named Jeremiah Smith on the team. And coming out of high school, remember Tennessee was heavily involved with him, Cornell Tate.
Yeah. I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there was a period there where Tennessee thought they were going to get him. And when I've watched Ohio State receivers over the years, and they've had so many great ones. I mean, you just go down the list. Those guys typically deliver. And to watch him, his ability to get open and catch the ball, make things happen after the catch. I mean, he's played in an offense where, again, all they've done has been a pipeline for really good NFL receivers. I'll be interested to see what he does at the next level. Because I think if you put him, I know there's a lot of talk, is he a one or what he is? I think if you put Cornell Tate on any other team over the last year or two that doesn't have Jeremiah Smith, he puts up even bigger numbers. And you're talking about a guy that would have probably been All-American and would have been right in the running for all the individual awards, receiver. He's a really good football player. And I was up there in Columbus a couple of weeks ago, and I talked to Jeremiah Smith, I talked to Ryan Day, and we were talking about all the guys at that point. Remember, the draft was not here yet, and he's the one that everybody I talked to there said, "You watch Cornell Tate. Number one, he's going to go higher. The people believe he's going to go higher, and he will be an absolute stud in the NFL."
Yeah, he chose Ohio State over Tennessee, LSU, and Bama, among others.
Big-time recruit coming out of high school.
Yeah, you mentioned Ohio State and the receivers, man. First school to have a position selected in the first round in 5 consecutive NFL drafts, obviously wide receiver. They go back to Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, 10 and 11 in 2022. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 20 in 2023. Marvin Harrison Jr. in 2024. Emeka Egbuka in 2025, and then Cornell Tate. And then Jeremiah Smith will be next year.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
If Jeremiah had been eligible to come out this year, I feel certain he'd have been the number 1 pick overall. So you would have had 2 Ohio State receivers go potentially in the top 4 or 5 picks. And, he's something else. I mean, when I met him, you see these guys on TV, and I've been around him in press conferences. His hands look like Dr. J's. They're huge. And he's every bit of 6'3", 228, 225, and can move. I think he said he ran I forget what he said is, they test him now, mile per hour, but he said what it was as a freshman. He looked at me and said, "And I ain't got any slower." So he's just one of those guys. You don't see many cats like that walking around the planet. They can run like that. They can go up and get the football, but no, he's a special player. But I look forward to seeing what Tate can do. Again, whether he's the featured guy, whether he's a 2 guy, he's a guy that can make plays, and especially now with him being in the state, he's one that I know some people might have been a little surprised. I don't know what the reaction was among the fans that he went that high, but I could tell you the people that coached him at Ohio State and played with him all said, "I bet you he goes a lot higher than people were predicting."
Chris Lowe with us on 3.com. Kim Caldwell, Chris, Lady Vol roster, had to replace the whole thing, and she's done it. How surprised are you that she's been able to put together a roster like that?
Well, I mean, she knew she had to. It wasn't like, that it was a surprise to her or anybody. You lose your entire roster. A lot of homework involved. A lot of looking at tape and talking to people and trying to figure out, when you got to bring in 12 players, how they're going to fit. And I think more than anything, Kim understood that culture in the locker room was bad last year. And she talked about it, that she had not been able to get her kids to play the way she wanted it to them, as hard as she wanted them to respond to her. So now when you're going to the transfer portal, there's a lot of projection involved. And I know a big part of what she's done with this class of transfers is try to figure out which one of these girls, or how many, which ones as they were looking at, would come in, be good teammates, would respond to her, play in her system. She talked about that too, that she sort of got away last year from doing what she's done, which is the 5 in, 5 out, press, shoot the threes. And so I think they were scouring the transfer portal. She's making sure she's bringing in people that play that way. Now, I saw an early top 25, and there'll be a ton of them, and I didn't see Tennessee in there. So they'll be, I think sometimes when less is expected, especially after you lose your entire roster, I think there's a chip on the program's shoulder, her shoulder, the kids coming in shoulder, because we all know what the standard is when it comes to Tennessee women's basketball. To be the group that gets that standard back to what it was. And so it'll be interesting to see how quickly this team comes together, because I don't know many other examples of a team, men or women, where you brought in an entire new basketball team.
Chris Lowe, on3.com every Monday on 3HL. Chris, great stuff, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Thanks, CeeLo.
See you guys.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
week. All right, there he is, Chris Lowe. When we come back, 3HL bingo card, 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What's happening? Listen up, man. Every year we all get hyped. And when that movement happens, when you get up to celebrate, you had a game, you had a graduation, which is around the corner, all of these things, you can just jump up, bless you, and say, hey, what? Man, what's going on? Maybe a sneeze can knock your back out and get you locked up. And then you need the joint chiropractic to come through. Let them be the real MVP. So understand that they got 17 locations for you. They're open days, nights, and weekends. So anytime this happens, those muscles lock up, the back, knee, ankle, whatever it may be, morning, evening, they're ready for you. The best part of all of this, no insurance needed, no appointments needed. Just walk right in, tell them Big Slay sent you, and they'll get you right. And for the new patients, you get the consultation, the exam, and the adjustment for just $29. $21 are adjustments starting as low as that. Just $21. So that deal right there deserves its own celebration. Get to the joint. They have your back, literally. Hit thejoint.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, the executive producer of 3HL SF.
What up?
Did you enjoy Chris Lowe talking about the Tennessee basketball roster?
Yeah, very much.
4 or 5 guys that could go get it.
I think that that Holy Grail is going to be an expectation next year of a Final Four.
Oh, Seth.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Although Slade did say
top 5
roster.
I mean, to begin.
CeeLo said the same thing, though.
Yeah.
They got to get, if they can get one more big man,
guy.
you get that, boy, yes. But if Juke, they top 5. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If Juke commits there, it's a 6'7", 6'8" wing. Gets busy. He the dude.
So did he declare for the draft? Because wasn't that deadline on Friday of last week?
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think he did he?
Oh, no, it just came out with
I mean, he's like a second-round guy, though.
It came out with
So to Chris's point, if they're prepared to pay him $4 or $5 million, you can get a guaranteed contract as a second-round draft pick, but it's not guaranteed that you get a contract.
You don't think about this.
You don't even think about it.
You go. I mean, you can go and see what what the feedback is, but
he can definitely play his way into the first round.
Yeah, but you ain't thinking about this. I'm not.
If they paid you $4 million to go play basketball in Tennessee in your life,
come on, man.
Back in the day,
He never would have left.
No, why? No. What is it? 9 games? 8th game, I would have got hurt every year.
Because he wants his NIL.
Yep, I want the red shirt.
What is it, 9 games?
Ramon Foster in the chat said, how many draft picks did Candy have this weekend?
One.
Dang, Ramon. That's a stray.
Was it 1?
I think the answer is 1.
No, it's 1, yeah.
Eli Stowers in the second round, which, y'all were right. Eli Stowers got up to the second round.
Which, guess what? Makes it even more impressive what they did this season.
Yeah, good point.
No, again, on the heels of that, this is what I think all Vandy fans should be watching and listening. This is what I was talking about. Like, y'all had a special group with that.
Yeah.
It was veterans in that group, man.
3HL bingo card. I think Diego should have gone to Tampa.
Slay.
I thought it was Zeph, but it was Slay.
Yeah, it was me.
His daddy played in the NBA. His brother played in the NBA. 2-name guy. I can't remember. Tavon.
That was me.
I don't want to be excited.
That was me.
In a car.
Oh, yeah. I like it, Babs.
I said it's exciting in a Waymo. I don't want to be excited.
Nope.
If you'd have told me that caller was from Memphis, I would have called the Better Business Bureau.
That was great from Darrington.
Good job, Darrington. Back at it tomorrow. Mike Detillier covers the draft. Does a great job. We love having him on. He'll join us at 3:20. Jimmy Wyatt, TennesseeTitans.com, will join us at some point tomorrow. Appreciate you guys being with us. Thank you for including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Hopefully at some point we were able to put a smile on your face. 3HL is organized chaos.
Juke Harris is on the early entry draft.
Oh, there you go. Thought that was going to be your shout out.
Oh, no, it ain't got to me yet.
Have a great night. Hey, head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Severe weather coming tonight after 10?
Yep.
Ish?
Yep.
Head on a swivel. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you were getting a shout out. Shout out to Dre, man, for throwing the flowers out there. And Titans fans, relax.
Keep your powder dry.
No IEs.